4.0, and today I am once again your kind and benevolent DM. Because today we are going to be playing ourselves some more Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, but wait, we're not doing the B team today. We're back at it again with the A team in the arena.
Woo!
Yay!
Yeah, right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We found ourselves back here with our wonderful players. Rolling down the list here, we've got Spooty Poots playing N, our big old snake person.
Yay! It's Spooty
And
Poots.
it's Spooty Poots. And we got Casey coming in playing Floop, our Grung Druid.
Hello!
And of course, we've got Warden coming and playing our Thrycreen Monk Keeper.
Greetings. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And last but certainly not least, we've got Shaskar coming and playing Zax, our Goblin Artificer.
Who is also on camera on my stream.
Oh, dope! Nice. Yes,
Yeah.
you guys are using the same. You guys are using the same, the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cuts,
Same microphone.
cuts back on double talk.
When last we left our adventurers, they had just made their way into the grand arena of the kingdom of Autometh. Now, some large-scale competition has been put on by not the king himself, but by some of the people living within the kingdom in an attempt to see if they could measure the same metrics by which the previous parties have had success, to see if it was truly the diversity of their parties which granted them their unique strength. As you guys were in the waiting room, you were each given strips of cloth to tie to yourselves in some
Yes.
fashion or another in different colors. Your team is the blue team. You received strips of light blue cloth. The other teams are green, yellow, and red. And everybody in the large groups makes their way into the arena itself. As you make your way to the middle, a goblin standing slightly smartly dressed holds up a pink rod that glows brightly, and as he speaks in it, his voice booms throughout the rest of the arena itself.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Autometh Games first seasonal competition!
And the crowd goes wild.
All this time, Zax has been shooting sparks of color across over our team.
Yeah,
Um,
shooting out the sparks and stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Floop,
Yeah.
Floop is anxiously croaking.
As you guys make your way into the arena, the bleachers are absolutely packed in a way that has never been seen before. And as you're all there, making your way in, you are met by a strange sight standing there waiting for you in the middle of the arena. Some of you may know this character, some of you may not. This particular fellow is the leader of the Tortle village to the east. He's the chieftain of that village by the name of Kulak.
Can you spell that?
Koolack.
I just want to hug him.
Kool-Aid Man.
He
All right.
is thankfully this time already standing in the middle of the arena, and nobody has to wait for him to get out there. And as he's there, he nods and smiles at each of you as you approach. And again, the goblin walks over, hands him the rod for speaking, and he smiles and nods down towards the goblin, holding the rod up to his mouth. He then speaks in a way that the whole of the audience can hear.
Welcome, each and every one of you. As some of you might know, strength is not always found in swords, or hammers, or axes. Strength sometimes is found in the mind. He slowly taps the side of his head. So we begin with a game of riddles.
There is some applause.
Some applause.
Some applause.
Each of the groups stands ready as he begins his first riddle.
What can fill a room but takes up no space?
The crowd falls silent, and each of the other groups scratch their chins and heads, deep in thought.
I raise
Responsibilities.
Zax raises his shielded hand up into the air.
And he points.
Yes.
Applause.
He smiles and nods and goes,
I will accept this.
Zax throws up his hands and like waves to the crowd with a big grin.
Floop just turns to Zax and claps excitedly. Oh gosh, you're so smart!
I know.
Many things can take up space and fill our rooms, but many of those things are not physical in nature, such as applause or light. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What are they?
Floop just bounces up and down and waved both her hands.
Yes,
Steps!
that is correct. Perhaps the winner of this contest will leave many steps behind in our kingdom and in the world above. What breaks and never falls? What falls yet never breaks?
An eerie silence falls over the whole of the arena.
Zax instantly throws up both of his hands once more.
Yes?
Silence.
Slowly, he shakes his head no.
Oh.
Floop lifts her hand.
Hmm?
The dawn.
That is half of this answer.
In that moment, Furkick, the other friend of Keeper,
Yeah, the
who's
keeper.
there, shoots his hand up, and the Kulak nods to him,
Yes?
and from his side he shouts out,
It is day and night. This is correct.
What the hell team's fur kick on?
Keeper smiles and claps.
Yeah, Floop cheers
you'll-
for kick as well.
Yeah. So you guys are on the far left, sort of in terms of your like how you're situated. To the right of you, there's the green team. They have Furkick, a lizard person who kind of looks like an alligator, a turtle, and a gray orc. They also have with them a huge fucking boar that has a saddle on it. To their right, continuing down the line, is the yellow team. They have another gray orc, a ghostly looking person with a skeletal horse and another turtle, and then finally at the end is the red team. There is a goblin holding a weird looking lantern, a lizard person with like a big red and yellow fringe, another turtle, and that one orc that you guys encountered on the road.
So we're the only ones that don't look like we brought a mount?
You guys have brought a mount.
We
Two
have
other
brought a
groups
mount.
have brought mounts.
I am currently riding on.
Oh,
the
you are
little
riding on it?
spider
Oh,
rat.
okay.
He's
I thought you had it
currently
like.
sitting on top of his mechanical thing that he's got with
I
him.
thought you had it packed away,
No.
so
I had
you could
that
like
mount.
throw it out and be like.
No, I've been prepared.
All right. Well.
I came prepared.
Well, yeah, but for grandiose
presentation.
flourish. Yes.
Boom! We got ourselves. Oh my god. So a community boost this stream thing started, and immediately we have to get to 16,750 volts. And we are already up to 4,000. Now 6,000 volts, 8,000. You guys are blasting right through it. Thank you so much.
Nice.
By doing this, we help to contribute to raising awareness for the channel. So thank you.
Hooray!
Also, thank you everybody for coming on out. This has been a huge amount of fun.
So yeah,
So-
noticing that other keeper was on the other team and answered the question, like Frail like looks over at him. And I think Frail will remember this.
We'll remember this. All right. Up next, he says,
If you drop me, I'm sure to crack. But give me a smile, and I'll always smile back. What am I?
Keeper
Uh,
raises his hand in the air. Calmly.
I almost
Okay. Yeah,
raised
I
my
was gonna
hand
say,
and then almost
everybody goes like,
just-
"Ah!"
and then put it down.
He gestures to Keeper.
The answer is a mirror.
That is correct.
Kulak beams at all of you as you guys have been just absolutely blasting through it's so great.
I look over at Furkick in the other, just like on the other team, and just give him a smiling nod.
Furkick in the other group turns and beams back at you and gives you like a thumbs up. He's really excited.
I knew there was gonna be thumbs up around between them at some point. He's like,
Like,
yeah, I'm doing it.
And now for our final riddle.
There's a ooh that goes over the crowd.
What does a man love more than life? Hate more than death? That which contented men desire. The poor have this, the rich require this, the miser spends this, the spendthrift saves this, and all men carry this to their graves. What am I?
Another hush falls.
Keeper slowly again raises his hand.
God, you guys are so fast. My timer's on this end. And start my countdown, and it's like immediately. I'm like, fuck. He gestures to you happily.
Keeper kind of smiles because this is an old saying that some of his old masters used to say. The answer, of course, is nothing.
Correct.
And as the crowd goes wild, he waves and hands the microphone back to the goblin and waves as he exits the arena. The goblin then brings the microphone, clambers up sort of the side of the arena on a makeshift ladder into a sort of little box that's been set just to one side of the king's viewing booth, where there is an orc with a great big set of tusks sitting at a desk, and the goblin sort of goes in and joins him quickly. The two of them then sit at the desk looking out, and the orc begins to speak into another similar device.
Well, that was a great showing that we've got so far from all of the people out here, but I gotta say, the blue team is showing some real chutzpah out in the field.
And everybody goes crazy.
That's right, Tusks, we got ourselves a real good game coming up here. But up next, we got ourselves a foot race.
And everybody goes absolutely bananas. Now, of all of the groups that are there, only of the other groups, let's see. Furkick steps forward from one, and the lizard folk from the red team steps forward as well. Nobody from the yellow team steps forward on this particular thing. They seem to only have 3 members in their team. They're sort of down a person.
So it's only one person per team?
It can be as many people per team.
Okay, so but it's not like a rally. Like it's not a what's it called?
No, it's a rally. That's a rally race.
The
Relay.
relay race.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a relay race?
No.
Where you
it
pass
is
off
not.
the thingy? Okay.
Um,
Well then, I just motioned.
that does work. All right.
I just
So-
motioned to
I go.
Keeper.
Yeah, I turn to my team.
Fuck up.
I turn to my team and quietly say, "All right, I've got this."
Yes, you do.
Stand back.
All right,
I got this.
And
All right, there we go.
then I
So,
step, and then I step
those
forward.
are the 2 people that step forward from the other
Whoa.
teams. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And the orc Tusk speaks into the thing.
All right, so everybody knows the particular rules of the foot race. As many people from each team can step forward. If you win, that counts points towards your team. Don't worry, we're not keeping track either. It's just a general census kind of thing. We'll maybe figure this out a bit more if somebody cares to do that in the future. But we're going to be doing ourselves a nice foot race round the edge, and it's the first person to make 3 laps around the outside of the ring, rather the inside edge of the ring.
Yeah, it's the inside. It's the inside edge of the ring.
Right, so it's the inside edge of the ring, and whoever it is that makes their way around, they'll be the people to win points for their team.
About what's the circumference of this ring about?
I will show you this ring. Let me just move that to there. And I'll bring you guys in to have a look at
Hey.
the arena that we've got set up for you.
Oh, that's big. And Warden cannot be heard.
Oh, that is full of
Yeah.
people.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now we can
Took
actually
me
see
to get
how
all
big
to get all the
Braille
people
is.
in there, but we got it. But yeah, so you guys don't need to move your icons anywhere, but this is really just to give you an idea as to how big this space is. Over on the one side there is like the sort of entrance area that you guys came up in, and you can see, of course, down at the bottom of the arena, that is what is considered to be sort of like the King's viewing booth,
That's
which
some.
at present stands empty.
Hmm.
And let's see if I can.
That's some aggressive looking audience.
That's what was available.
That's fair.
But yeah, so that gives you a general idea as to what you're going to be looking for. Everybody who is going to be racing gets ready over at the one side and prepares to make their way around the edge of the arena. You guys are going to be doing a series of checks, and because of his absolutely bananas nature, you will be rolling with advantage, Warden, because your character has what's your fucking speed that you move at every round?
60 base.
Yeah, base 60 per round. So
But before Keeper goes off to the start and like separates from the group, I like poke him and ask him, "Hey, do you need a little bit of a boost, or have you got this?"
do you need a boost?
I don't know what's permitted. Hold on.
Yeah, only my viewers can contribute bits to the boost thing. We're at 16,000. There's 750 bits left. Behold, the spaceman hath returned. Hey, Ez, good to see you here. Hell yeah, dude.
I am not sure what is permitted. If we are permitted to use magical boosts, or if this is just based on our actual foot speed.
3, 2, 1, lift off, boost completed. You guys can absolutely not use any kind of like magical stuff. This is just purely based on your physical capabilities.
Okay.
Okay. Never mind.
No, it's okay. I've got this.
Can you
Okay.
cast haste on him?
Maybe.
See, like, on
No.
Keeper, he was going to like explode.
Yeah. That
Maybe.
Oh.
Go back to the future. Like,
Gonna get hit
Back to the
88
Future.
miles per hour.
88 miles per hour is way
not fast
way
enough.
less
Yeah.
speed than Keeper
The
hasted.
keeper at base speed.
absolutely hit 88 miles per hour. As you guys are in the arena, you do see out around the edges a number of people that you recognize. Like there's some of the UNT are there. Keeper, you see your other friends from the monastery.
Wait,
Floop, you see Floosh and Roosh in the crowd, the two frogs that are part of your village. Zax, you see a lot of the other goblins that were out there with you. And you even see Fibge. He's also in the crowd with his little purple hood, cheering you guys on.
I shoot colorful sparks in their direction like once or twice.
They go fucking bananas for that.
are they Yuanti that I recognize or ones from the town?
The two that you saw from the town are there
Okay,
in the audience.
so none from the temple.
From the temple, you see two of the large abominations like yourself in an upper back area, flanking on either side of a shorter gentleman.
Noted.
Yep, there we go. Thank you.
Who is this gentleman?
It's your brother.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is that?
Who is that? Who is it? Of course it is.
Son of a bitch.
I clearly step out and go and join the runners.
All right. So, we're gonna be doing a
You
series
little
of skill
shit.
checks. So get your stuff ready. We'll see how you do on this one. Sorry, I am just quickly double checking. No, I really did leave that nowhere. Okay, I'll have to find that later.
Now I have to ask. As I look for where our starting position and ending positions are, and glance around the circumference of the arena. Now, are our starting positions staggered?
Yes.
Okay.
In the name of fairness, your stuff is a little bit staggered. Also, thank you so much, Kara. Gifted a tier 1 sub to Az. Thank you so much. Also, thank you everybody for boosting this stream. We really appreciate all the work that you guys are doing out there. That does mean a lot. Thank you again. All right. So, as you guys take your place around the outside, you are actually standing right next to your good buddy Furcake. And he turns to you and he smiles and he reaches out like to shake a hand.
I reach out and shake one of his hands with one of my larger hands, and with my two lower sets of hands, I kind of give him a like a palm salute and a
Oh,
slight
yeah.
bow.
He absolutely like gives your hand like a nice little shake and does the same thing.
May the best bug win.
And he turns and gets ready on his block.
Yeah, because they know damn well.
Oh yeah. like there's a very good chance you're about to shame the crap out of this.
On your marks. Get set.
Go!
At the sound of the go, Zach starts shooting sparks into the air.
Oh my god, the music.
Sparks shoot out of the air. Give me a dexterity save, or athletics or acrobatics, whichever you'd prefer.
Acrobatics. Bam.
Bam.
With advantage.
6. Jesus Christ. All right.
Nice.
Natural 19.
Okay.
I'll go for that for my
Natural
like
19.
cranking my legs and giving myself a nice boost.
Yeah, you absolutely blast off of that thing. The absolutely keeping pace with you is Furkick.
Wow.
Excellent.
He is perfectly keeping pace with you. You guys blast off of the original thing. You guys are just like absolutely taking right off around the corner of the outside of the ring,
Oh, wow.
moving at breakneck speed. The lizard folk guy, for all of his speed, makes it like to the end of the for the first quarter through and just stops. He just like throws his hands in the air and goes like, "Ah, fuck!" And, like, walks back,
Just like, nope.
shrugs to his team and just like walks back, and they shrug back at him. All right. You and Furkick are neck and neck, making your way around the edge, coming around to your first lap. You're about halfway through your first lap. Roll again for acrobatics or athletics. Your call.
Zax is jumping up in the air on his mount, cheering.
It's a 20.
Oh!
It is still neck and neck. You guys are making it to the end of your first lap. As you guys are just blasting along. Roll again.
Oh no!
Oh!
Oh, shit.
Absolutely pulling it off. As you guys are making it through your second lap around to the end of the first half of your second lap, roll me Constitution.
Constitution save or Constitution skill check?
Save. 18.
Oh!
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 All right. As it's coming up to the finish line, give me one more roll for acrobatics and another Constitution save.
All right. Bam.
23.
Oh!
27. Give me a Constitution save though. 14
Yeah.
to 9. So you guys are absolutely like neck and neck. He's pulling a little bit harder ahead of you, but you've learned to conserve your stamina because this is a longer race than anticipated. As you guys are making it to the end, he does not make that DC, and about like 20 yards from the finish line, he collapses out of exhaustion.
No!
His hands and knees, breathing really hard. You blast past him and cross the finish line.
Can I screech to a halt before the finish line and try and go back and help him?
Absolutely. You make it to the finish line. You turn around, walking back to where he is. The crowd goes nuts. And walking over, do you help him up?
Yeah, I help him up.
Yeah. As he gets up to his feet, he smiles to you. He's heaving for breath. He is absolutely out of it. And sort of like stumbles over to the finish line with you guys together.
Yeah, and we cross the finish line together at the
Vrail
same time.
shakes her damn head.
Vrail shakes her head.
That was amazing, ladies and gentlemen, the end of our first race!
Everybody goes absolutely fucking nuts for that. And once again, the two announcers get together and go,
Well, that was a good showing from the blue team out there. They really figured out how to pace themselves insanely fast. What the hell was that? I've never seen anybody run that fast, and I'm pretty sure that they're using some kind of illegal drugs, but we have no testing for that, so we're gonna move on!
everybody in the crowd goes absolutely insane. People are going fucking ridiculous for it. Up next.
As I'm kind of helping, before that, as I'm kind of helping Furkick past the finish line, I use my telepathy to kind of communicate with him.
Mm-hmm.
You had this, man. You had this, Furkick.
I may be faster, but you could certainly run further. There's something to be said for that, I'm sure.
You were clearly about to finish.
Oh, he's so exhausted. Like, he absolutely... Like, he ran actually a little bit further than he probably should have.
He blew
and burnt
gaskets.
himself out 'cause he was so concerned with beating you for speed that he absolutely just, like, wore himself clean out and, like, burnt out and collapsed just before he reached the end.
For a kick.
No.
Good sportsmanship shown by the blue team out there. I imagine that should count for something.
And he pours over some of the papers on his desk. Like,
Whatever. All right, so moving on next, we have ourselves a guest coming in from the upper parts of the Black City.
and everybody goes, ooh.
Zax shouts out, "We're not keeping track of the score anyway."
I just slap him in the shoulder.
Ah.
Shut up. Entering
Yes, we are.
into the arena is a figure surrounded by what appears to be an almost supernatural amount of shadow. Hold on, let me see if I can find their picture. It was not far back, but it was far enough back that I appear to have. I haven't lost it. I just don't want to go like blow past it while I'm looking for it.
He's got it, guys. He's got it. It's fine.
I
Fine.
got it. Just
Fine.
relax.
He's got it. Just chill.
Fucking chill out. Ah, there they are. Entering into the arena as a character surrounded by an almost supernatural amount of shadows.
Fuck.
As she strides into the middle, some of you would recognize this person immediately as Tonberry,
Fuck.
leader of the vampire group that owns like a large brothel in the upper parts of the place.
Tonberry.
Berry!
So Ton strides into the center of the arena, then looks across each of you, and when she speaks, her voice doesn't echo throughout the arena, but her voice does, in a sense, sort of like permeate the space around you. It is ever present. When she speaks to you, it is though she's speaking right next to you, despite the fact that she's easily like 100 feet or so away.
This voice carries.
She fades
Yeah.
into the foreground.
She's not, and you can see from where she's standing, she's not raising her voice. Just when she speaks, her voice is ever present around her. And then when she does speak, she says, "Not all things are strength. Not all things are intelligence. Sometimes you must use other forms of control." And she pierces into each of you as she looks across the group of people that are gathered. Roll me a will save.
Zax waves.
Zach
Um,
wave.
What do you mean by wisdom save?
Wisdom. Thank you. Yes.
Wisdom.
That's
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm still stuck in like old D&D times.
Yeah.
16, 7, 24. Oh my god.
Will save, hold on.
Dice do not like me.
Not terribly. But you're still 16. That's fantastic.
I don't see the will, I just see wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wisdom
wi-
save.
the
wisdom
wisdom
save,
save
sorry.
that works.
That was my bad.
That's it.
As she looks through each of you, there's just like this wave of what you would recognize to almost be a primal form of dread.
Yeah, no, no
that-
effect
that-
anyway.
That yeah, I was gonna say, and absolutely, like, you feel it, doesn't face you. You've stared at people worse than this.
I'm staring her down. I'm staring her down. You know what?
Your eyes burn back into her. You like looking over the other groups of people that are gathered. Some of them are really, really not okay.
Menacing,
members
menacing.
Furkick absolutely like falters and sort of like moves to stand behind some of the other people. The ghost in the yellow team stands their ground, staring back. The orc that is in the last team, in the red team, the guy that you ran into on the roads, he absolutely stands his ground. He does not appear to move at all. You're curious if he's even taken notice of the fact that this person is here. As she looks out over each of you, she then speaks 3 words that again permeate the space and are ever present around her. Lie to me. Does anyone step forward? The announcer booth makes no sound. People in the audience are quiet as the fucking grave.
I may have the best chance in my team for this.
All are allowed to attempt.
So Zax is going to
I have
begin.
no deception.
Yeah, you know what?
Zax did not succeed his wisdom save. Zax is not allowed to. I'm
That's
very
fair.
sorry.
That's fair.
Zax
DC on that was 10.
Zax's like happy cheerful wave has become kind of sullen and just kind of waving like just waving at some creepy guy.
Tiny controllers in your mount, like, just, like shrinking inside of the giant mecha spider.
Floop is just gonna climb onto the mecha spider and softly pat Zax's back to help him calm down.
Aw. Yeah, tiny squad.
Yeah, Keeper's also gonna turn and try and help just kind of stand and silently support.
Alright, then I walk forward.
Alright, so you step up to where she's standing.
I slither forward.
Nobody from the green team steps up. Nobody from the red team steps up. From the yellow team, a ghost steps forward and joins you at your side in front of Ton. Her burning gaze continues to sort of look between the two of you. Then she gestures to N.
I take some consideration into who I'm looking at, basically. How much, how big is this person? Like, human-sized?
A human-sized individual, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, for all intents and purposes, she would be
human-looking-ish.
human if she wasn't so very obviously a vampire.
Like, as goth as every goth wants to goth.
Long black hair, the really like gothic, like the image there, but like is sort of surrounded by this darkness that is protecting her from the daylight.
I have to think of a good lie.
Did she walk out past the people? Like, is there a clear path between me and the path that she took out into the arena?
The door that they're appearing to be entering from is from like the far northern end.
Okay, so on the opposite side of where we are.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where they enter the arena to offer their challenges to you. Calandros. My brother is an upstairs.
Yeah, no. Regardless of N's personal grudge against her brother, there's no way in hell that she would demean the other top member of her community, especially in front of a bunch of people.
Now, depending on the lie that you make,
yeah,
dictates the DC of your
yeah. I
deception.
can't just be like, "Hey, I'm purple," and I'm not. Like, no, you're not. Like, that's
You're just gonna Alex Jones.
Don't say that you're a vegan snake either.
You're not even peace.
Yeah. Fuck. I'm trying to think of all the history and stuff that I barely know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All you have to do is tell a lie.
Yep. Tell her how humble you are. No, that's a high DC, Kara. That's a high DC.
Just waddles to
I don't know how humble you are. Oh god. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, you can't make that, DC. No, the giant golden snake person. Very humble.
All right. All
You're
right.
gonna
All
sing
right.
the I'm so humble song from fucking Lonely Island.
Okay.
Fluke just waddles her way to Anne and tugs her armor. So she
I
looks
look-
at her.
I look down at Floop.
She gestured for her to come a bit closer so no one else hears. And she just said, "You can't just say that you do more than tolerate your team."
And I just like wave Floop away.
Get
No.
Get out
She
of
can't-
here.
No.
Get out of here.
That being said,
Get out of here.
that being said, she did listen to Floop for a moment.
She was very, very proud of herself.
I turn-
because I'm pretty sure that she broke him, like, burn.
I turn back to the vampire, and
See,
like my
her
posture.
gaze is still fixed on you.
Yeah, my posture is like perfectly straight. I don't give a shit about that bitch's fucking wisdom save bullshit. Anyway, and I say, we won't win this entire championship.
There is like a hush, just the quietest, like, oh, over the crowd. And from the announcement booth, you hear this,
Fuck.
from the microphone. Roll me deception.
I did.
9. Okay. Oh,
Well, unless she's rolling with advantage.
Unless I'm rolling with advantage.
Um,
Either way, that's a 19. That's a good 19.
that's a 19. Ton grins, a wide, toothy grin at you, and gives you just the slightest of nods. And then turns to the ghost who is standing to your immediate right, person from the other team. And then once again, she gestures to that person to continue. The ghost sort of like looking up at N, looking at the vampire, looks back at their team. Their team shrugs. Looks back over and is like,
I look at the ghost.
the ghost just looks dead on at Tonberry and says,
I still live.
yeah, they goofed it. Like, Tonberry, again, doesn't falter, just nods. Looks over to the announcer booth and raises a hand towards N.
Keeper claps.
Yeah.
I move back with the
Is
the team.
Zax makes like a single poof of sparks, but then continues to like kind of huddle inside his spider mech behind the controls.
Make some sad, scared sparks.
The spider mech's curled legs are in, like it's just
Kind of gets small. So Tonberry, after gesturing, smiles, gives like a polite little like Queen of England kind of wave to some members of the audience, turns and leaves the arena. The people in the audience are immediately relieved. What happened. Shortly following that, as you guys are standing in the space that is there, hold on, let me get him. Here we go. The next challenge is announced as you make your way back to your groups. The ghost looking a little droopy for what happened.
Up next, of course, the best thing to have on the field of battle is not just a good sword or an axe or a hammer, but good healers, good support are excellent out in the field. Up next, we have our healing challenge.
Entering into the arena from the far side, walking its way into the arena.
Hey!
Ogron.
Hey, that's the guy with words.
Yeah,
Words.
He makes his way into the middle of the arena, standing about, I'm gonna say, maybe like 20 feet away from where you guys are, a little bit closer to the two center teams. He holds in his right hand a massive stone spike. It looks like basically a huge D4 made of rock. It is real pointy. He then looks at it in his hand and goes, puts it on the ground, lifts a foot way up in the air.
Zax throws out his hands. It's like, no, don't do it.
He steps on it.
Oh, no!
His foot crashes down on top of this thing. You don't see the other end of it poke up through his foot, but his foot goes flush against this thing. He then leans back and hard sits on the ground. You can see that indeed the huge stone spike is embedded in the bottom of his right foot. He then takes an index finger, points at his foot, looks to all of you and goes,
I smile and wave at him. See, if, like, as,
He
hey, it's that guy.
anything. He's frowning like you didn't do the dishes and he told you to, but you didn't. He keeps pointing at his foot with his right index finger and just keeps every now and then, his voice booming through the arena. Everybody who's in the arena is just like, oh shit, what the fuck are we like?
Zach,
Is he gonna be okay?
Zax climbs down from his spider mount.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, everyone's allowed to participate in, I guess, getting this big thing out of this creature's foot.
I turn
I
to
wonder who
Floop.
thought of this.
I turn to Floop and ask if Floop needs a ride. Or hold on. I turn to Floop. Do you need a ride?
Floop just hugs her staff, and she looks at him. That's very kind of you, but I might poison you. And she waddles towards the big guy.
I go with Floop.
Zax throws up his hands and say, "Wait, I can help too," and like trots after.
Alright.
So of
Like
all
everybody
the
but Keeper.
that are going forward, one person from the green team and one person from the red team step forward to join you. From the green team, you have one of the turtles. He looks especially cantankerous, and you're not sure if that's because he's a turtle or if it's because he's old, or maybe both. It's hard
both.
to say.
It's both!
Yeah, probably both. From the red team, the one goblin steps forward, who's got a little lantern and a stick. And some wacky-looking tattoos on his face. Ogron, this creature is of massive size. So he's one size category above large, and he's sitting there with this huge stone spike sticking out the bottom of his feet, pointing at it. So those two go forward, and then from your group, it's Floop and Zax. Is that right?
And me.
And then
And you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So each of you guys step forward. You're all sort of standing around there. And yeah, he just keeps pointing at it.
I climb up onto his leg, and speak to him in giant. Why did you do that? This here, let's here, we'll help you out. We'll get this thing sorted.
I'll pull the stone out.
Give me a strength check to pull the stone out.
That's why I'm
right
here.
Before you do that, though, in giant, he says back to you, "Fix." It is almost impossibly loud because you're so close to him. Roll me a Constitution save.
Me too?
No, not you. You're just
Okay.
doing a strength save to pull the stone from his foot. It's super loud.
Oh, fuck,
You get
what?
shook like a little bit, but you're okay.
How I roll a 2?
of the stone. You give it like a good hard pull. It is really in there.
I see N doing this, and I'm like, wait, I can help. Give me a sec. And I like go into one of the pouches on my belt, and I pull out a few metal filings and dust one of my bracers on it, and then I point at N, slap my other hand on the bracer, and rub it forward and cast Enlarge on N.
Haha!
Holy shit.
Can you cast enlarge out in the thing? Can you click it? I need to know all the
Yeah,
things.
put it in the chat.
Oh,
You cause a creature or an object you can see within range to grow larger or smaller for the duration. The duration being concentration up to a minute. Creature or object that is neither worn nor carried. If the creature is unwilling, it can make a Constitution saving throw. On a success, the spell has no effect. If the target is a creature, everything it's wearing and carrying also changes size. If they go from medium to large, for example, if there isn't enough room for the target to double its size, the creature or object attains a maximum possible size in the space available until the spell ends. Okay, so this, from medium to small, for example. So in your
advantage
case, you
on
go from large-
strength checks and strength saving throws. The target's weapons also grow to match the new size, and do extra damage.
do 1d4 extra damage. Yeah.
So basically, what matters here is the advantage on strength checks.
All right, give me another strength roll.
All right, I rub my
With
hands
advantage this
together and grab it again and do it again. 13.
13.
Yeah.
You managed to just get it loose. As you like just really heave it.
I'm also
to
huge
the
size.
Audience. Yeah, you're huge size.
I'm the same size as this guy now.
The crowd goes absolutely nuts as you manage to pull this huge spike rock out of his foot. He continued, he wildly enough, as his foot has a huge bleeding, gaping hole in it. He doesn't seem to make a face, but he keeps pointing at it.
Okay, so the rock is out.
The rock is out.
I use Cure Wounds on him.
Roll me that spell.
Let's live at 1 for now.
Bam! 5 healing. You do a healing worth of 5. You see that the edges of the wound stop being as severe, and it closes a little bit, but there's still obviously a large wound that's there. Does anybody else in the party make an attempt to do anything before the other two combatants arrive?
I will take a small bundle of rags that look like they're a little bit sticky, and I will slap them on the wound as cure wounds.
Roll it.
Cure wounds. Roll me that. 11. You manage to get these sort of things, and as the healing takes hold, you see the wound seal up a little bit more. But there's still a hole. However, it has gotten considerably smaller. He continues to point at it, frowning.
Then I
Oh,
take this. I take this as a cue and roll my eyes and also cast Cure Wounds.
Cure wounds. Do it.
I cheer everybody on.
Yeah.
Oh, what level? There we go.
There we go.
Submit.
Bam.
There we go. Sorry. First one.
So with a 9 healing, the wound is almost entirely closed.
I try to do it again.
But just before you manage to, one of the other two combatants, the goblin, gets up. He gives a little smile and a wave to Zax. You would know this goblin from your quarter. He dabbles in some small alchemy and other basic magics and things like that. He waves his lantern sort of back and forth, and he goes, and casts a small healing spell. Though it appears as though the wound on the bottom of Ogron's foot is unaffected.
I give a smile and a wave, and then kind of deflate a little bit as as whatever he tried to do doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he kind of like shakes his lantern a little bit. You would know this goblin as Snoz. Sorry, I forgot to mention
Snoz.
that's Snoz. He's sort of like your town healer, but mostly deals in like salves and painkillers. So this may be a little out of his scope. You're not sure.
He's a physical healer, so it'll take a while.
I'll give anybody an opportunity to do one more thing before the turtle finally gets here.
I'm gonna do cure wounds again, but I'm gonna use it at a second level to use another slot from superior level.
Do it. Roll it out.
There we go.
You do like a great big last push of healing magic, and the wound on the bottom of Ogron's foot finally seals up. The turtle who was coming out to like with his walking staff finally gets there as the wound closes, and he goes.
He's extra grumpy now.
You're like, God damn it. And Ogron then like gets up to his massive feet and goes, and turns
I showed after
back out of the ring.
I showed after him in giant. Have a good time.
He turns briefly and like waves over his shoulder at you. You think he's smiling, it's hard to tell. He continues to walk out of the ring. As he's leaving though, two Graveguard enter the ring, each of them carrying a very large clay pot
Graveguard?
filled with dirt. The Graveguard are the skeleton guards of the kingdom. They wear like heavy black plate, and each of the skeletons' eyes has that pale blue glow in them as they bring out their things. They still have on them the sort of like the great swords and the heavy shields, but they've been sort of strapped to their backs as each of them are carrying out these really big clay pots filled with soil.
Is this different from the folks that were marching through the streets?
No, it's actually the very same.
Okay.
It's one more of them. You're not sure if it was the same ones you saw the other day.
I just mean, are they the same kinds of, like, that's what they're called, that's who they are?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the Graveguard. There's a couple of different names that people have for them throughout the
Yeah.
throughout the kingdom. But yeah, as they come in, they then place these two large, I'm gonna say there's three large pots on the ground. And each of these large pots, they're maybe like 4 feet wide, huge things filled with dirt. Each of them have a little dry stick poking out of them.
Now, of course, the last test that we've got for the healing challenge is gonna be growing these here plants. I know there's a lot of people out there in the kingdom that are particularly inclined towards things like nature and such and so forth. A lot of our crops are grown by such individuals. Come on up, step up and see what you got.
Floop waddles forward.
I turn to Zach. I turn to Floop as she begins to waddle. Like, well, I got nothing here, and I pat her on the shoulder with my glove, and then just kind of look at how sticky my glove just became.
Better wash that off.
It's okay.
Better wash
I
that
got this.
Yeah, I cheer Floop on as well.
As you guys walk up to the large clay pots, you, Floop, walk up to one, the druid turtle walks up to the other, and Snoz walks up to the third. And as you guys are standing there, the orc then over the mic goes,
Ready? Begin!
I use plant growth.
link it for me in the chat. Kablow. Channels vitality into plants with a specific area. There are 2 possible uses for the spell, granting either immediate or long-term benefits. If you cast this spell using an action, choose a point within range. All normal plants in a 100-foot radius centered on a point become thick or overgrown. A creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves. So you make like difficult terrain, use super grow stuff. There isn't a particular growth for this, but or rather, there's not a particular skill used in this check, but
Yeah, no, it just happens. It looks like.
yeah, it just happens. I'm sort of like I'm thinking about,
Sorry.
is there a way to
Performance.
like a nature check?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, nature
probably
check would
nature.
work.
Yeah. So on top of doing that spell, give me a nature check.
Okay.
Roll me nature.
Oh no!
Okay, so
I have
as
I think I have advantage on nature.
Why?
Isn't that what you say when you have a proficiency?
No,
No.
that just
proficiency
adds your
gives
proficiency
you
bonus.
An additional to it, so you're adding your proficiency bonus, but you rolled like 1 + 3 + 2, which got you still a 6. The plant that you touch grows real good, and it shoots out suddenly into these like massive vines that then like turn into these huge roots that pierce into the ground of the arena, and it grows into this massive tree, and these like huge branches shoot out all over the place. It is growth entirely unchecked. It is incredibly powerful, but it goes all over the place, right? The turtle steps forward and attempts a similar spell as he touches the soil, and the tree grows into like a modest bush, and a single peach is formed on the side of it, and the turtle goes and nods at it. Snaz, the goblin, steps up, takes out a little vial of something, shakes it, opens the cork, and dumps the contents into the pot. The stick is summarily disintegrated. So he just stands there staring at it,
Oh fuck.
shrugs, turns back to his team and shrugs, and like one person on his team shrugs back at him, and he goes, "Well, I tried." And he walks back to his team.
Zach throws up his hands as he's about to climb into his Spider-Man and goes, "Yeah, go Snaz!"
Fuck up that plant.
I think I poured the wrong stuff on it. I think this was acid. I gotta label my bottles.
As a healer, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, should probably put better labels on these, Yzma. So the crowd, after seeing the two of you do your respective nature checks, goes insane. And then the two of them return back to their groups, and the orc gets back onto the mic.
So that was an interesting display of what you would typically see for not just healing people, but also healing the land in the event that there is a great sickness or some such. A great deal of the surface is apparently been turned into wastelands, so I've been told. Sounds like a lot of malarkey to me, but who's to say?
At this
My
point,
fucking jaw clenches.
At this point, Vril shrinks back down to her normal size.
No! Yes.
All right.
And as he says that, the two plants that are in the pots sort of reverse backwards into tiny sticks. And some of the members of the Graveguard come out, pick up the pots, and walk back away with them into the other side. Following as they are leaving, a single individual makes his way striding into the center of the thing. He is as well surrounded by a strange aura of darkness, but he is clad in a red-lined suit. His face also covered, it seems, but you can very obviously tell through his sharpened teeth that this particular individual is indeed a vampire. He makes his way into the center of the arena, standing maybe, I'm going to say, 30 or 40 feet away from each of you. When he speaks, he does not speak in a way like Tonberry did, where his voice permeated. He shouts in order to be heard by your group. He lays down the next challenge for this arena. Staring at each of you, he shouts 2 words. Seduce me!
Oh god.
I don't have music for this.
Oh no.
I don't know what to do. Here we go.
What the fuck would we roll for that now?
Persuasion, I would suppose.
See you later,
You
Jim.
can't hear Warden.
Charisma, probably.
Just straight charisma.
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not doing it.
So you guys are gonna, it's the same as deception. You guys are gonna go up there, and then whatever you say, or however you present your flirt with him, however you choose to attempt a seduction, will then set your DC for this particular case. As it stands, you can roll between a number of things. You can roll a deception check, you can roll a performance check, you can roll persuasion, or if you decide to go this roll, you can try intimidation. But
You
it
guys
really
got
does
this.
depend on your flirt.
Fuck.
This is not my area of expertise.
That's okay. If you need to clean your keyboard, you go right ahead, Casey.
Well, Zax climbs up onto his spider mount and starts fiddling with the controls and begins to slowly walk towards him.
Yes.
All right, cool. So this thing, you absolutely like turn this thing on, and you approach. Of the group, let's see of the other collected teams of people that are here. There is from the green team, the lizard person steps forward. Her name is Abigail P. Gator. One day she wants to marry a dragon.
Oh my god! I love her! I'm writing her down right now. I'm writing her
Nobody from
down
the
right now.
red team steps forward. But from the yellow team, the gray orc, from the B team, you guys would remember that this was some of the orcs that were brought into the kingdom by your guys' dealings that you had with the gray orc tribe. This individual steps forward, and so her and Abigail are standing there. Does anyone from your team attempt to approach?
Okay, I'm back. I'm never drinking soda while I'm playing D&D.
Oh,
no!
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yes, Zax definitely does approach, still riding
Zax
his spider
approaches.
mount.
Riding his
Does
spider
anybody from
mount.
your group approach.
Christ.
I cheer on the members of my group who approach.
Are you sure? It looks like the chat was real excited for keeping going.
Like, go keeper! Yes, Raider, I did.
I think Zax might be the only one.
All right, if Zax is
No.
the first-
No, I'm going up. I'm going up.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So Zax and both approach. He stands there with his ridiculous fucking cape, like squared up, looking very seriously at anyone who approaches. At first, of the group of people, let's see. And I'm gonna, yeah, you know what? We'll do that. Abigail P. Gator steps forward.
Yes.
Of the people that are there. She's like, you look like a mighty strong person. And you got big, sharp teeth, just like me. I imagine we could get up to all manner of mighty fun together.
Aw. Aw.
Aw.
She maintains a great big positive smile. The vampire gives her a confused and severe look and goes, no. And then turns to the rest of you. She shrugs and goes, yeah, not a dragon anyway.
I love her.
Abigail P. Gator. I'm gonna marry a dragon.
No, the whole game is about her now. I don't know.
I will seriously make you an entire fucking game about Abigail P. Gator.
I'm not going next.
Looking, you know what? Let's see. Hold on. UN are 1, Zax is 2, the Orc is 3. Zax, you're up.
All right, so I walk my spider mount up, and then I have it raise up a little bit and stand on top of it so that I'm eye level with him.
Okay.
And I look him dead in the eyes with a grin and say, you know, I do have magic fingers, and then I wave my hands in front of myself and actually create little crackling flames as I sultrily wink at him.
So you put on a little show, a little razzle dazzle on it. I like that. Give me a skill roll.
Whoo!
Holy fuck!
Good God. He gives you a really severe look, and he goes, "This is acceptable."
I smile.
then-
I smile and give him another wink, and then sit back down in my spider mech.
Nice.
All right, so you are 1, the Orc is 2. He turns then to the Orc,
Perfect.
and he goes, and the Orc steps forward, looks him in the face, and just like does that like slight head tilt up, like "What's up?" Like, just,
Oh,
like,
fuck,
does
yeah,
that
you're
little
right.
thing and like pops
You-
her
you're
eyebrows
right.
a little bit.
You right. Ooh.
He just smiles back, gives her the same gesture, and is like, "Very nice." And finally, at last, he turns his attention to N. "Seduce me."
Who slithers up. Like is a full like no, she like gets about a foot taller than him because I don't know, she's more than half tail, so she can.
Yeah.
And she says, I am one of the leaders of my kind. I have been for many generations of people. You should be seducing me.
Oh man, give me a skill roll for that.
Oh.
It's a 12.
What the? It's a +6! Damn it!
It is a +6. That's fucking awesome. Yeah. With the "you should be seducing me" thing, he
yeah.
like frowns at you and goes, "Seduce me." You have another shot to use a different skill check and a different line.
And I say, I turn away, I look over my shoulder, and I say, no.
Oh, give me. Oh!
And I walk away!
Nuts! He literally like gasps and steps back a little bit and goes, "Oh!" Gestures to you, and the crowd goes insane. And thus ends that. So,
Thus ends that.
yep. He then turns with a flourish of his ridiculous fucking cape and walks out of the arena to the continued ridiculous applause of the audience going absolutely nuts for that particular thing.
Certainly more than one way to crack an apple like that. My goodness, is it hot in this booth or is it just all of whatever that was? Shit. You got it, Tusks. Up next, we got ourselves something a little more bloody, a little more interesting. We have, ladies and gentlemen, open duels.
That's right, he says as he's up in the booth.
One member from each of the groups may challenge to single combat any member from any one of the other groups. You issue a challenge, and then it may be accepted or denied by the person in the other group, and it is 1v1. And upon completion, each person will be restored in terms of their vigor and their health. It is a fight to unconsciousness. Whoever is no longer able to continue fighting will be done as such.
Crowd goes insane for that one. We now move to the arena map.
So 1v1, you say?
Indeed. Of all of the people that are present, once this announcement is made, one of the individuals from the red team steps forward and raises a huge green hand, and with his voice says, "I challenge." The orc steps up. Oh, dip, 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 dip. There we go. The orc that you guys met on the road steps forward into the arena. He then turns and levels a finger at Keeper.
Ooh! Calling you out.
Keeper steps forward and calmly smiles and bows in acceptance.
He moves to the center of the room there, standing a short distance away, and gestures for you to join him on that square there.
Okay.
You can move
Okay.
you can move your token.
There?
Yep.
I'm gonna move.
Alright.
I'm gonna move back if this is where the fight's gonna
The rest of
happen.
the members who are currently present, each of them take steps back to around where the pillars are. If you guys want to move to, in and around back there. All right. A deathly quiet falls over the entirety of this place.
Floop's gonna have to move her token.
Oh, here, I'll just boop. There you go. You can move you right there. You can stand a bit closer to Abigail.
Yeah. Yes.
Yo, P. Gator.
She's amazing, and I love her, and she should be in our party.
I want this one.
No, Vrail doesn't give a shit, but I want her in the party.
A silence falls over the arena as the two of you square off in the middle of the space that you have available to you.
Am I in the right spot or?
Yeah, you're in the right spot.
Okay.
The orc that is standing across from you stands square and strong. Before the battle begins, he takes a massive green fist and he pounds it against his chest. I am Gotrek. It is my honor to fight you.
I stand up straight, plant all four of my hands into like one fist into a palm, and I give him a respectful bow, and I say to him, I am Keeper. It is my honor to accept your challenge.
Begin! Roll initiative.
Okay.
Hold on, and we got ourselves some shit for this. Here we go.
Just
Ooh,
It's a nice initiative.
that's a good initiative.
All right, let's see what you got. 20. My God. All right. Let's see what he's got. $12. All right. All right. Oh yeah, our
Whoa.
card tracker is still filled with players, so we'll just get those guys out of there. Good trick. And he rolled his 12, so I'll add that in there. Bam. All right. Your go, dude. What do you do for your first turn?
I am going to ready an action. I'm going to take
Okay.
a stand and take up a ready stance. I'm going to ready an action for, well, if he comes at me, I'm going to kick off of the pillar next to me and kick him.
Okay, so that's like the feet over there, and then you're gonna run in and counterattack.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Let me just get that, and I'm gonna put that over there so that I don't lose it. There we go. All right. He waits, sees you like kind of like move your footing or however it is that you choose to get ready, and just with his two hands lets out a deafening roar and runs across the field at you.
Which triggers my ready to action.
You've activated my trap card. All right, so you move to the pillar and bounce off. Where do you land when you come back to him? About there?
Well, I kick off the pillar, and then I'm going to try and kick off of his like shoulders, I guess, and land behind him.
All right, roll an attack.
That's just unarmed strike.
Ooh, 18. That does hit. Roll damage.
You can
it's
click
just, like,
the-
damage type.
You can click the unarmed strike sentence, like words on that.
Just there. Oh, okay.
There we go.
Thank you.
It's a lot easier.
All right. So you do your damage. Get me over there. There we go. 8 damage. All right. So 8 bludgeoning. He takes. All right. Your hit lands square in the back of his shoulder. He turns to you, goes "Argh!" and tries to lay a huge fucking hand on you, swinging. Does a 16 hit you?
No.
It does not. It goes wide. And in that, yes.
It's my turn again. Unless he has more to do.
Yep. He gets 2 attacks just because he's using his fists and
Yep. No, that's fair.
he has it's a barbarian thing
Yep,
that
all
when he's
good.
raging he can use his bonus action to try and hit you again. Does a 19 hit?
No.
He misses again. Fucking pause as he's swinging around. It is your turn.
As he swings, I'm going to take a quick jab at the inside of his arm.
Okay.
I'm aiming for the inside of his elbow, with 2 quick
nice.
strikes.
Oh, dude, nice. Yeah, 22 and a 21 and a 21. And then a 21 again, technically. You absolutely, you land 2 quick hits. Roll me damage.
Oh, hydrate.
Oof. Damn, son. That is 16 damage. Your 2 shots, pat, pat. You hit him hard on the insides of his elbows. You are aiming for a weak point. It does not seem to phase him as he is almost at this moment impossibly mad. He raises his 2 hands above his head and brings them crashing down into the ground in an attempt to crush you. And he rolls like so. 22 hit.
Yes.
All right.
Ooh.
He hits you for 10 as he mashes his 2 hands down, one of them catching you on their way down. In doing so, he engages a grapple.
Oh.
Where is it? There we go.
Oh.
Using a skill of Tavern Brawler, whenever you hit a creature with an unarmed strike or an improvised weapon on your turn, you can use your bonus action in an attempt to grapple that target. It is a composed strength athletics or acrobatics check. So in order to get out, you can use either strength athletics or you can use dexterity acrobatics to get yourself free. He, in this moment, uses his athletics. There's an 18. You gotta beat an 18 to get out of
With
him.
an
Athletic-
acrobatics check.
Athletics or
athletics.
yeah, either way. Oh no!
17. As he brings his two hands down, one of them catches you, and as you reel from the strike, he grabs onto the side of you with one of his huge fucking meaty hands. It is your turn. You can attempt on your turn to try to break out of the grapple. But it
Okay.
requires, again, either it's a contested acrobatics versus his athletics to get free. Otherwise, you can continue attacking. He's just holding you.
Yeah.
You can keep hitting him, but you can't move. Is the only thing that grapple does, is it stops you from being able to move around.
So trying to get out of the grapple, that's my action, right?
Trying to get free of the grapple.
Yeah, that would be an action.
I believe is an action.
That takes my action. So if I can attack as a bonus action, I can attack as a bonus. Can I attack and try to get free?
Let's have a look here at conditions. Grappled. It ends if it removes the grappled creature. Yeah, grappled creatures, your speed becomes 0 and you can't benefit from speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. It also ends if an effect removes their ability to grapple you. I do know that you can do an opposed grapple check, but it's either it would be your attack action to try to break free.
Yeah, so you'd still be able to use your bonus action, yes.
You could still use your bonus action to attack, but it would be your attack action to get free of him. All right. So a 17. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oof.
A 20.
Oh, God damn it.
As you twist and turn to try to get free, his hand is so powerful, he manages to keep a grip on one of your arms as you're like flipping and turning. Like, you absolutely should be able to wrench yourself out of him using your superior speed, but he manages to just keep his grip on you. He is so strong. You can still attack from here.
All right. Then I'm gonna spend 1 key point to use my flurry of blows to let me make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Okay. 2 unarmed strikes. Oh man, nice.
Those are to hit.
Those are to hit. Yeah. Unfortunately, with a 10 and a 9, both of your attacks as you're swinging at him, you just can't quite get your footing as he's holding on to you like this.
Yep. And then that's my turn.
And that's the turn. On his turn, he is going to use a grappler feat with his athletics check to pick you up and throw you towards that pillar over there.
Whoo!
DC for that
5, 10, 15, 20. You
Yeah.
could throw
He
him
doesn't get
35
too
feet.
far, he gets you about there. So he throws you to that location on the ground. Roll me an acrobatics check. Oh, geez,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
As he like lifts you up and whips you with his one hand, you flip through the air, land gracefully on your feet like it was nothing.
Can I instead choose to land what looks like flat on my face and lie there still?
Yes.
You know what? Yeah. Roll me performance.
But I just rolled acrobatics.
What, are you playing dead?
Yeah, that's a performance.
Okay. Okay, so that's a 13. His wisdom and intelligence aren't great, so it's entirely possible he doesn't see that. Now, that was his attack action. He still has a bonus and a move, which he's going to use to immediately approach you and try to smush you.
Damn it.
Now, let's see, though. With a wisdom check to... Actually, what is it? Is it opposed charisma to see if he sees through... Yeah, 'cause that would be...
It would be an insight check.
That's an
wouldn't it?
insight check.
That's insight, so
Yeah.
that is wisdom, yes?
Yes, but
Yeah,
if
it is. Okay.
unless he has insight proficiency, so just click.
He doesn't get
Ooh.
it.
There you go.
He thinks he laid you the fuck out. He runs up and makes an attempt to attack. Do you spring your trap?
Yes.
Okay, roll me 1 bonus attack with advantage.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Unarmed strike 24. That absolutely hits. What do you do?
I want to spin kick, like his attack. Like, I want to spring my foot up and hit him in, like,
Like to
Yeah.
block his attack towards you.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna allow that. As he brings one of his huge fists up to come down at you, you spring up and kick his fist to the side, and it plows hard into the ground. Just next to where you were. It just misses you. It's your turn.
All right. Now I'm gonna hit him with 2 attacks. I'm going to. Look, while he's his one arm is to the side, I should have an open shot at his chest. I'm going to try and land 4 shots to the exact same point in his lower rib cage. I'm aiming underneath the pectorals to try and injure a rib
Go for it.
by landing repeated strikes in the same in the exact
Now,
spot.
now,
Yeah.
here's a question: is this a called shot?
It's mostly for flavor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Because called shots
It's
do
mostly
other
for flavor.
things.
If you're doing some certain clever things, I'm
Yeah.
like I'm willing to allow
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit. of, like,
It's for flavor.
Yep,
This guy,
Yeah.
this guy's so much bigger than me. So far, even my direct strikes to what was his weak points didn't seem to phase him. So I'm gonna try and instead use overwhelming force in a focused point
Yeah.
to try and do some damage despite his massive size.
Yeah.
So your first unarmed strike lands square where you were aiming, into that area, just like a side of his fucking rippling abs, right into his ribs where you can see them, and you hit hard. But your second attack that attempts to strike the same area hits just a little bit above, straight on the ribs, and it's like hitting a brick fucking wall. It is a hard spot on him that you land on, so you get damage for your first strike on that.
Which is fair. I'm going to then use 1 key point to cast Patient Defense
Ooh.
to take the dodge action as a bonus action on my turn.
Oh, instead of using Flurry of Blows?
Correct.
Okay.
We still
and
need
that allows you
damage
to
for that
engage.
first punch.
No, it means all his attacks against me for the next turn have disadvantage.
Oh, dope.
You didn't. You
Uh,
still didn't do damage for that first punch.
Oh
you
yeah,
gotta
and
roll
I
damage
that
for your first strike. 6 damage.
That was to the arm, right?
Hmm?
That was to the arm, right?
No. For the first one you did to the chest.
Oh, okay.
That is -6. This is. There we go.
Oh, and Phoenix is
Okay.
stream boss. Hooray.
And that is your turn. Now he has disadvantage on attacking you because you've made a defense. He does not seem to notice nor care. Screaming with hatred, he swings his massive paws at you again, taking 2 swings at you. That's a 14 and does a 20 hit.
No.
It does not. Both barely miss. The second one just moving past you as his huge fists swing through the air angrily. It is your turn.
Let's see. Since I have the mobile feat, when I don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of the turn.
Okay.
Oh wait, so that has to be. I gotta move after. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make 2 quick attacks with him. Once again, aiming for to try repeated strikes to the same spot
Go
on
for
his
it.
ribs while I can. Bam, bam.
Oh man, both of those attacks. No wait. Tie goes to the defender. The first strike does not land. The second strike, though, as you hit the same area harder, absolutely does some damage. 9 bludgeoning.
All right. And
That
then
is very nice.
I am going to.
With that second
mo-
strike, you definitely hear something crack a little bit.
Excellent.
Nice.
And then
Is
since
that your turn?
no, since I don't provoke attack of opportunities, I can move safely. Each square is 5 feet or 10 feet.
5.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 35.
The crack was Keeper's knuckles.
Let's see. I'm going to go here.
Okay.
You better be blowing Abigail a kiss. I don't know.
Actually, no. It's too close to that other team.
It's,
gonna go-
it's within range. Like, you can move to that area. It's legal space.
Yeah.
As you move up to that area, he like as you like run swiftly to that location, the members of the green team, including Furkick and Abigail, are like, oh, as you get close, but are happy that you stop at least a 5-foot
Your
distance.
dust kicks up.
The dust like kicking up from there. All right, so on his turn, once again, just roaring with anger, he blasts towards you, crossing that distance. That is his maximum movement, though.
Yep.
Running out. He swings his massive fists at you again, swinging for 16 and 14. Missing both attacks narrowly, his huge fists swatting through the air, trying to get a hold of you. It is your turn.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to spin around and try and land a quick punch to the same, like a spinning punch to the same, to try and land in the same spot to try and cause more damage.
Go for it. Ooh, that's a 19. That hits.
Yeah, but I'm just going to do the one.
Okay, roll damage. 7 bludgeoning. That does damage to him. He's looking pretty rough. As you nail him once again in the ribs in the same spot. You can see there's like a bruise forming on that area, and it's definitely softening up a little bit. He, though, for all of the stuff that you are doing to him, does not appear to notice as he continues angrily to swing at you with his fucking mitts. Is that your turn, though?
No.
Okay, so you've hit him the once in that one spot.
Yeah, I'm going to spend another key point to make 2 unarmed strikes with flurry of blows in this same spot.
Okay. Okay, the 9 misses, the 19 definitely hits.
That should be bludgeoning. I don't know why it's doing the other
Why
one.
it's doing slashing? That's fine.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
So that's another 10 bludgeoning damage. Your attack absolutely hits hard on the same spot, and you do a truly rough amount of damage.
And I can still move?
Yep, you still have your movement.
All right. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Whoa. Went off my screen there for a moment.
Oh, can I leap over him backwards? Using my standing leap. My high jump is up to 15 feet with or without a running start.
Now,
Long jump up to
the
30 feet.
defensive thing that you did, that you spent your key on, how long does that last for?
That was just for the turn.
That was just for that turn?
For the dodge action, that's just for the other turn.
It's like
Okay.
key points are like
You
spending
do have
mana
the ability,
on
though, to
stuff.
attack, and then if you strike, you're able to disengage without getting an attack of opportunity. Is that right?
Correct. With the mobile feat, yes.
With the mobile feat, if you land a hit, then you can move away from them, and it won't do
Yeah.
damage.
Correct. That's for the rest of the turn. And then with the key point, that was the dodge action for their next turn, like for the enemy's turn. One's for
Alright.
avoiding attacks of opportunity. The other is for just giving the enemy disadvantage.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. And is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry. Let me just move this so that the people at home can still see. You absolutely like flipping over top of him and then running in the other direction. He turns quickly and sprints after you. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to have to use his attack action, 5, 10, to get that last distance in. And again, using his bonus action, attempts to swing one of his huge fucking hands at you. Roaring with anger, he swings. Does an 18 hit?
No.
He's swinging and missing at you. Just like you can see like the burning hate in his face. But you would recognize it's not an anger towards you. It's a very general, all-encompassing, all-consuming hatred as he runs at you. It is your turn.
All right. Let's see. In his anger, I'm going to try and backflip and give him a good, firm kick with my leg in the same spot to try and also at the same time create some distance between us.
Okay, roll to attack.
And I get a second attack.
Okay. It's 16 and 9. Your first hit absolutely strikes, but it does not appear to do any damage. Your second hit misses narrowly, as your first strike didn't really take as much as you'd expect.
Okay, but the first strike, the first one hits, right? Okay.
No, they both technically count as misses, but it was
Gotcha.
you met his
Gotcha.
AC, so tied to defender.
Gotcha. All right.
If you move away from him, he will get an attack of opportunity on you in this particular case, but
It says when you make a melee attack against a creature, you don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of the turn, whether you hit or not.
oh, whether you hit or not. Oh, okay. Well, then there you go.
Yeah.
I got some hydrates and some no cursings. I'll refund those points. I didn't get that.
All right. So I'm surprised that this guy was still able to catch me. Like, after
Yeah,
that last big sprint, he's still able to keep pace with me.
Oh yeah, he's moving quick. He's sprightly for a big guy. Like,
All right. And then I move.
sort of like how the Incredible Hulk moves amazingly fast for his size. It's alarming almost. It's kind of in that sense, like huge green guy. Oh my god.
Just speed away from him.
Yeah, you turn and
Some more
speed away up the thing. And is that your turn?
Yes.
All right, let's see if he makes it to you. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He just like runs across the field towards you, and again takes another swing at you with an 11.
But he's having to take bonus actions to get to
Which
you.
does not hit. Can I try and use his momentum from that raging strike? Can I try and grab him and throw him in, continuing in the same direction, like using his own momentum against him to like throw him back?
That, my man, is, I'm gonna say that's a contested grapple. You would have to use acrobatics against his athletics.
Yep.
Yes. I'm gonna roll it.
10,
Oh!
26.
Boy's too mad.
You got advantage on athletics and strength-based skill checks when he's raging.
Fair.
You attempt to like fucking be water and move him past you, but you like tap tap tap, like just touch the side of his muscles, and you don't seem to add any momentum to him to cause him to lose balance. And he like lands a fist hard into the ground just next to where you were standing.
Okay. Fair.
It is your turn.
Ooh, that was close. All right, this guy is a lot more immovable than I expected.
Yeah, water doesn't move the man the size of a dam. Scalandros.
It will eventually.
All right, let's just land a quick flurry of blows. 1, 2, 3, 4. All like using another key point and my flurry of blows.
Absolutely, yeah, that gives you 4 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh!
Out of those, 2 landed, 1 was a crit. Roll your damage.
All right, I'm gonna roll 2 landed, 1 was a crit.
17.
Okay, so
Just
27.
so I rolled a 10, that one,
click specifically
then
those ones.
and then the crit.
Which is 7 and 6. All right. So that's that, and 7 and 6 together is
25 damage total.
25 damage.
Total.
Oh, it's 25 total?
Total.
Yeah,
Between the two of them.
Between the two hits.
No, it's 23.
Uh,
7 and 6 is 13, plus 10. It's
My
20.
math is wrong.
That's okay. So yeah, you land
More,
this
more, more.
like absolute flurry of shots at him. Like all of your hits are absolutely landing as you just lay in hard with all of your strikes at once. However, most of your hits, it's like hitting those fucking stone dummies back at home. Like your strikes are hitting, but you're hitting something that's just too hard. It doesn't look like you're doing a lot of damage in certain areas. That, or maybe he's just not noticing. It's hard to tell. He is really angry. But you are making ground on this. Like, you are absolutely doing damage to him. There are certain areas of him that are starting to bruise and show damage, so you are making ground. It's just slow and steady in this particular case.
Yep.
You still have your move action. Would you like
I
to take
do.
it?
Yes, I would. I'm not standing next to this guy for longer than I have to.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Where are you going?
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. We are going over here.
Yeah.
Behind a pillar.
Spin around that pillar, really, like moving at like crazy pace. He turns, and in just like frothing anger, continues to shriek and yell as he crosses the ground towards you, yelling and just swinging with his hands. He comes at you again. Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
And a 12 does not. With his 23, 11 and 2.
Oof.
He lands 13.
Ooh.
I am quite injured.
Yeah, he manages to just, like, with one of his big fucking meaty paws, he gets, like, a hard cross, and he manages to catch you just in the torso, and it, it lands nice and square. It is your turn.
All right.
Yeah. If you can do the minus 13 on your HP.
I did. Unless, yeah, there.
There it is. Okay, it wasn't showing. That's my bad.
Yeah, so
I
didn't-
can't
didn't,
see them
like,
either.
Click it to finish. Like the
Yeah.
field was entered, but I needed to like push enter or click somewhere else or something.
All right.
Okay. All right, so I am bent over and bruised and bloodied at this point. Oof. This guy's showing no signs of slowing down yet.
He looks real fucking angry. That's about it.
Okay, fair.
Like, he is still, like, and you know what? Here, roll me a wisdom check.
Wisdom save or insight check?
You know what? Insight. Roll me insight.
God damn it.
With a 9. You know he can't keep this up forever.
Yeah.
That this kind of anger, like, you remember your master telling you that the candle that burns twice as bright burns half as long.
All right.
That there's
Well-
no way he can keep this up. But the question is he gonna run out of hatred or are you gonna die?
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna make 2 extra attacks. Like I'll make my 2 attacks at him quickly while I can. Give him two quick jabs. How exposed is his lower half? His legs.
His legs, he doesn't seem to be protecting any part of his body.
I'm gonna try and make 2 quick strikes, solid strikes to his knee.
Go for it.
To his right knee.
You hit, with the first attack, your fist lands square against his knee, and it was like hitting a rock. It doesn't seem to do any damage. Your second strike towards it comes from the side, and it also doesn't seem to have... This is like when the Dread Pirate Roberts was fighting Andre the Giant in Princess Bride. Like, it's like pat, 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 and it's like you're hitting him, but you're not sure if it's doing anything. Unfortunately, those attacks don't do any damage.
Alright, well then I'm out of here. Moving on diagonals, is that 50 or 10? 5 or 10?
There is a ruler that you got to the tool that you can use to kind of measure out where you want to go. So from there
okay.
to there, that is 60 feet.
Right. What about that on a diagonal?
If you were to move to, it would still be 60 feet for you if you moved all the way to the corner.
Oh, okay.
Looks like it's square.
But like, yeah, if you use the ruler, like the snap to center ruler, you can be
I don't-
like, I'm gonna go.
I don't know how to do that. Oh, there. I don't know how
So
to
that's
do
50 feet.
that. That's 50. All right. Well then, let's move
Yeah, you
move
go
as
to
fast
there.
as I can.
That is a 60-foot go.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like it's square.
that was just my action and my movement. I guess I'll You spend a key point to use to take the dodge action again.
You gonna move further?
No, it's just to give him disadvantage
Okay.
for his turn.
All right. That is still. He only gets to attack you once because he has to use his attack and move action to get to
Oh.
you.
All right, then never. Well, still, I'm way too injured to try and risk letting him hit me.
No, of course. Can you use a key point to move further?
I can, yeah, if I use Step of the Wind. But
I'm not gonna tell you to do it, but
Yeah,
it's
no,
just like
that's-
if you're within 60 feet of him, he moves at 30 feet. He can still get to you, doing that, but he has to use his bonus action to attack you, and that's all he can do. And in doing that, he can't grapple you because he's using his
Yeah.
bonus to already try to hit you.
so he can move twice and still. Okay, yeah.
yeah,
you
with
shoot,
with the the Path of
Yeah, you-
Fury as a
yeah.
Rage Barbarian gives you the like on your bonus action you can try to attack people. So that's
Yeah.
cool. But it comes with some drawbacks that I'm yet to tell you about.
Yeah.
So he comes peeling across the field at you, full fucking tilt, and he swings one meaty paw with
Oh no!
23
dear.
on both.
yeah, of course.
Oh
God. As he swings down with his fist, he's doing it.
And I'm
Does
done.
11 knock you out.
Yes, it does.
All right. As he brings his huge fist across, he knocks you hard across the side of the head. You lose consciousness and fall against the dirt. The rest of the group is treated to something a little different. As you are unconscious in the moment, he turns to the audience, puts his hands up in the air, and goes, "Roar!" And the audience lets out a huge roaring cheer. He then collapses to one knee and spits a whole pile of blood into the dirt.
Yeah, how hurt does this guy look?
He looks mega fucked up. So here's the one reason why you should never build a barbarian in Path of the Berserker, and that is when you rage, you fury, but when you get out of rage, you immediately take disadvantages from exhaustion. He can't fight anymore.
Well, doesn't matter. beat me.
And that's
Yep.
it. The one downside of exhaustion cannot be healed.
Yeah.
So he slowly makes his way back over to the group that's there. Do any of the members of your party, do you guys cast any healing, or do you wait for the group to come out and do it?
Well, you said that he cannot be healed, so
No.
Rules are-
The exhaustion can't be healed, but that's not
Exhaustion
keeper.
can be healed. So for the downside right now is that Hulk individual who was over there is no longer able to partake in any of the combat for today, because if he rages again, he actually runs the risk of fucking killing himself. That's how stupid that is. But it gives you an additional attack per round on your bonus action. You get to attack a second time, which is nuts. The additional downside of that is if you moved away from him and he was not able to attack you for a turn, he would have immediately dropped out of rage.
Yeah.
Well, it does, but he was able to catch me and he was able
I
to
was
hit me.
going to tell you that, but you only rolled a 9 on the wisdom, which is unfortunate.
It happens.
But it was just like, if you got away from him long enough, if you kept running him around, he just would have run out of steam and collapsed. But lesson learned, everybody in the audience is going nuts. Do any of you guys step up to heal Keeper?
Zax does
I do.
not.
Okay. Floop?
Yeah. Luke does.
I'm calculating my stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna cure
Yeah,
wounds.
there it is. Entangle.
Yeah, that was a miss.
You cast Cure Wounds. Roll me your D8 plus your spellcasting ability. 6 healing. You are restored to 6 HP, and you immediately return to consciousness. You are then treated to the audience in the arena, going absolutely ballistic for the both of you. And the orc that you were just fighting over back with his team, but he's sitting on the ground now, coughing blood into the dirt, nursing his fucking side that you kept kicking him. He's absolutely lost a rib in that case.
What an amazing display, ladies and gentlemen!
During the fight,
Keeper kind of sulks his antenna down and kind of shuffles his injured body off back to his team in shame.
no. During the fight, I would have looked around at the other participants as well, to like kind of gauge who they are, like what they could do or whatever. What's this guy about?
Roll me insight. Or investigation, your call. I'll allow either.
Well, I mean, investigation is more about like, I don't know.
Yeah.
A place.
It's like
Yeah,
searching for things. Yeah,
searching for
insight
shit.
definitely. Looking over
Challenge the board.
that's there. Like you can definitely you get kind of a feel for everybody who's on the field there. But looking at that specific orc that's next to you, it appears as though he is a ranger. He has on him a bow and arrow, as well as a like a small set of quivers to the side, like 2 small daggers tucked into his belt,
Okay.
and a number of other like accoutrements that would be there with
And-
hunters in specific.
And this fellow?
That fella over there, looking at him with, you know what, I'll let you carry the insight of 19 over. Gazing at him throughout the fight to kind of get an idea, he's certainly fast. You'd say that puts him somewhere probably like in a close quarters dexterity-based combatant. He has a pair of pretty gnarly looking short swords attached to his hip, and he wears leather armor.
Okay. Well then,
Definitely like an assassin, judging by the softness of the leather, just to sort of offer him more mobility than protection.
Then I step forward, like, to just onto the thing.
Okay.
If they're saying like next, like do the next thing.
As it stands right now, nobody else is stepping forward to engage in the duel. So you slither out to the arena. Who do you point at?
This fellow.
That guy?
Yeah.
All right. He steps into the ring across from you real quick. I'm just gonna grab something here.
What was his reaction like?
As you step into the ring, you level a big finger and you point at him. He grins as he walks into the arena. The audience lights up.
I unsheath
Let's
my
see.
scimitar and I like ready my shield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That is nice. Okay, let me just, sorry, half a second. I'm just pulling up his character details.
Yep. I was not about to duel Abigail. She would have probably wiped the floor with me because she is a legendary creature who will marry a dragon.
Will someday marry a pole-ass dragon.
If she isn't already married to a dragon, like, come on.
Here, let me. Sorry, I apologize for just a hot second.
I duel the spectral horse.
I want to fight your horse. What's wrong with you? Get out of here. Yeah. Actually, you know what I can do? I can go like.
You could get a simple victory by challenging the rage crapped guy. No, absolutely not. A simple victory is not a victory.
This is about the spectacle, not all about the strategy.
No, it's about the strategy, and that guy's already basically dead. So what's the point?
Yeah. There is no honor in that. There is no glory in that.
There's no glory in that. I don't give a shit about the honor in that.
Absolutely. There we go. Bam. We're gonna do that for now. Bam, and we'll switch that back later. Cool. All right, so he walks out into the middle of the arena and stands at that distance from you as he sort of eyes you up and down and goes, "You want to start this close, or how do you want to do this?"
Is he flirting?
Whichever you need.
He like kind of like raises his eyebrows and nods and goes, all right. And he turns his head, cracks a bit, and goes, okay. Takes off his bow, takes out an arrow, but keeps it in his hand. He doesn't knock it. And he goes, let's do this. And just like gets a readied stance.
All right.
And on that, the announcer once again yells,
Begin!
roll initiative.
Beep.
Beep, boop, bop, boop, beep, boop, beep.
Oh, sorry. I have to select my token.
Yeah, if you select your token and do it.
What is this? I don't know. Well, my initiative is 3, so I don't know how to. Unless you're just gonna give me another roll now that I have it clicked.
If you could take 3, I can just put you in the thing.
I can take 3.
I can
I'll take
say
like it's my roll.
and
I just forgot to click my token first.
yeah, frick. All right. So you are at 3, and he is at 16. And we will put that in descending order. Hooray. On the beginning, as the guy yells, the match then immediately begins. And he leaps back a few feet and opens up with his bow, firing a few shots at you, using it. Let's see.
Hits.
2 hits. All right, so that is 10 and 7 with 2 shots. He
All right.
manages to bury a couple of arrows in you.
Minus 17. There we go.
And it is your turn.
Actually, in reaction to that hit, I cast Hellish Rebuke.
Ooh, show me that.
At what level do I want to cast that? Yeah, no. I just Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke.
16
He's got a
fire
DC
damage.
14 dex save, or he takes 16 fire damage. My goodness. Yeah, you absolutely like let off this fire, and let's see if he makes it. If he's got to do that dex. Okay, if he makes it, does he
Ooh.
take half?
It's
Half on save, I imagine.
It says, hold on, I just had it. I thought it would link the whole thing, but
If you hit the speech bubble.
Yeah, on a failed save, yeah, or half as much damage on a successful one. Yeah, so it's half damage. So he takes 8 fire as it just rushes into him. And he's like, and stumbles.
okay. So then it's my
Reaction,
turn.
which you take in response to being damaged by a creature. Yeah, so that you do that, and now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn. I cast Armor of Agathis at 2nd level.
A protective magical force surrounds you, manifesting as a spectral frost that covers you and your gear. You gain 5 temp HP for the duration, and if a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have these hit points, they take 5 cold. Hell yeah. So that gives
But
you
at second
10
level.
HP.
That
Ooh, it's second.
Gives me
second level.
10.
Both temp HP and the cold damage is increased by 5.
Yes.
So it's 10 and 10.
Like,
All right, so you get 10 HP, and if he hits you with a melee attack, he'll take 10 cold.
Whoops. Oh, shit. What? My hit points was at 16. God damn.
So you had 26 HP, or you can put 16 in there, and then you can
And-
put in 10 on the temp thing.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, I clicked on the red circle and it didn't do that. All right.
Oops.
Yeah, it just deleted my green circle. I was like, no.
Oops.
All right.
Like, wait.
So I move in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Boop.
Oh man.
And oh fuck. I grapple him
Yep.
with. Hold on, I have a thing for this. Oh, come on. There. Constrict.
Constrict. As an action. Now you did cast a spell.
Oh,
Armor of Agathis. So you have.
oh, as an action. Damn it, they're
as
both
an
actions.
action. So
right,
constrict.
then I
does
don't do
make
that.
An action.
Then I don't do
I was
that.
gonna say like you can't cast Armor of Agathis.
Yep.
And try to constrict
No,
at the
I
same time.
definitely mean to cast Armor of Agathis and move in that close. But
You have a bonus now.
I have some bonus things. Ba, ba, ba. Where is it? I'm trying to find something. Fuck. You can use your. Oh. Fuck. I don't know if this counts for me moving into that or them moving into it. Because it's a reaction. God damn it. I couldn't hear Warden, but I could hear that he said something.
Oh shit. Warden, you're muted.
Your reaction takes an action.
Does it?
No, your reaction is a reaction.
Oh, that's for a ready. Sorry, never mind. That's a readied
Yeah,
action.
that's a
Readied
ready
action takes an action.
That's
Never
okay.
mind.
It's all still fresh for some of us.
Yeah. And it's been a couple weeks, and I haven't actually been able to do combat yet with this character.
Indeed.
Uh,
Mercenary thinks you're a warlock. That's funny.
I mean, those are warlock spells I've been casting.
It's true.
Yep. Okay, well, no, the 5 feet around me, which is quite a distance, like this, gets, like, the air around me gets dark black. Not so much that he can't see through it, but it's just, there's like a fog around me.
Whoa. What's this?
See, I don't know if I can use it so much right now, but the air goes black around me.
Okay. What is this spell?
It's not a spell. It's a class feature.
Oh, it's a class feature.
Uh-huh.
You gotta link it in the chat.
Well, I can't. I'm not using it yet. It's just starting. But yeah. I'll just link it anyway.
Yeah, if you could, I appreciate it.
Yep.
Ah, yes. Neurotic spores, which are harmless until you unleash them on a nearby creature. When a creature you can see moves into a space within 10 feet of you.
Oh, within
So
10
actually
feet. Sorry.
It is actually a bigger square. Draw me a bigger square.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. So I'll remove that. So if they get that close to you, moves into a space, you can use your reaction to deal that, or it starts its turn there. You can use your reaction to deal 1d4
there you
necrotic
go.
damage to the creature, unless it succeeds on a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC.
There you go.
Necrotic damage increases at 6th, 10th, and 14th level. Okay. Now, this Halo of Spores, is that a bonus thing that you can do?
No,
doesn't say.
I said I was preparing it. It's a reaction.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
So it's the thing darkening around me is kind of just flavor right now.
Well, that's the thing is you can use your reaction. So instead of getting an attack of opportunity, you can use this instead to deal damage to somebody
Yep.
in that space.
Yeah, but it's still there.
Yeah. All right. It's his turn. As you fucking slither up to him, he goes, "Dah!" and attempts to hop back to that distance, granting you an attack of opportunity.
He started his turn in the Halo of Spores.
Yes.
So
So
before
he-
the attack of opportunity.
But you can use your attack of opportunity to
Or
hit,
this.
or you can use
Yeah.
your reaction to do the 1d4 necrotic.
You're right. So I decide the 1d4 necrotic. So I
Okay.
will.
So he's got to make a Constitution saving throw. Constitution.
Against my spell save DC,
That is correct.
which he passes.
Okay. So he doesn't seem to take less damage on a success. He just
But it gets
manages
real thick around him for a second, but he gets out.
to move up to him, and this halo, just cloud of like darkness.
Menacing.
Manages to like hop, skip, and jump away from you. And in that lets out another shot towards you. Shazam! Does a 19 hit.
Hits.
And lands 8 piercing.
Which I take off of my temp hit points.
Okay.
Minus
And it is
8.
your turn.
Oh, what? G.
Put
Fuck it.
2.
2. There we go. My turn. So now I go up to him again and move
Yeah.
this with me. Boop. And then I attempt to grapple him with constrict.
Go for it. So you roll with advantage, but you're rolling an athletics check. Against his, he's got better athletics than he does Well, actually, no. Well, yeah.
I mean, it's a choice.
Only
right?
slightly is he better at athletics than he is at acrobatics. All right, so you have advantage to beat a 19.
Yes.
So yeah, you fucking wrap around him, and he's like, "Ah,"
Which does
yeah, you may
2d6
restrict a
bludgeoning
target as
weapon.
an action, and then you can do 2d6 bludgeoning.
Roll 2d6. Right? Just slash roll 2d6. Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, slash roll, space.
Oh!
Yeah!
Jesus, double sixes. You do 12 damage as you just like get around and start crushing this guy. And he's like, ah, fuck.
And
is that your turn?
I feel like I have bonus action spells. I feel
Give me
like
bonus action. Do you have bonus action spells?
I'm gonna look real fast. I'm gonna try
Go for it.
and be real quick about it. Action. Boyo, is that a lot of just freaking? Yeah. As a bonus. Where's as a bonus? Nah, it's good. That's it. It seems.
Okay. All right. So, on his turn, he gets to try to escape. You still have advantage to get Gaffrick here and keep him with you. Also, it's the beginning of the turn, so he makes a Constitution save. Does a 9 beat your spell save DC?
No.
You do 1d4 necrotic to him.
Slash roll 1d4. 2.
So he takes 2 damage. And then makes an attempt to get out. He's using athletics to escape. Oh. That's a 6.
And I gotta roll it.
Roll contested athletics with advantage.
Oh my gosh. That
You
poor
have to beat
bean.
6. You beat 6.
Look at my bonus to it.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's a 6.
It's a 6. So the only way he was gonna get out of that is if I rolled 2 ones.
Yeah, he is stuck. And as he used his action to try and escape and failed, he is stuck. He does not get the ability to use anything on a bonus action, so he continues to struggle and fuck! Fuck! You're holding on to him. It is your turn.
Okay. So, Oh man, I gotta. Why can't I link this? Why isn't this linking? Oh, wait.
Click the speech bubble.
Boom.
There you go. Channel divinity.
I just
conquering presence.
Like
Use your
hiss
channel
in his
divinity
face.
to exude a terrifying presence. As an action, you force each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes frightened of you for a minute. The frightened creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself in a success. Yeah.
I also
Everybody.
I choose as many people in range.
As many people. God. All right, let me.
Except for those in the
Wisdom
stands.
thing.
Except for those in the stands.
Okay, so the whole of the red team is within range of you. Fuck. First off, so what is it? What's a saving throw? What kind is it?
Wisdom saving throw. Yep.
Wisdom saving throw. All right. Fucking no. So that's the dude you have currently constricted. That's a 6. Let me check on. Where are you? Where's your character sheet?
Mine?
No, I'm
Oh.
looking for Gertrude's character sheet. Oh no, that's Gaffrick.
Oh no!
Oh, there it is. There we go. And it's wisdom. Does a 12 make it?
Against my spell save?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. What about? Let's see. So he doesn't make it. And wisdom. 5. Nope.
That's fair.
And last but not least, Snoz. Come on, Snoz.
Nope.
So the whole of the red team is shook. Unleash this aura of this conquering presence as it just emanates out of you. The orc that you currently have constricted looks up to you and goes, and yeah.
So-
Now conquering presence uses your channel divinity. Is that
Yeah.
an action?
Yes, it is. It says it's on an action. As an action, you
so-
force this creature to blah blah blah.
Okay. So that is your action for the turn. It has absolutely succeeded. All right. Do you do anything else with your turn? Well, you have him constricted, so you can't move.
Yeah, no, I'm not
But you have a
moving.
bonus.
It doesn't look like at the moment because I used all of my first level spell slots. I don't have any bonus actions. It looks like.
Okay. That's all right. That is then back to his turn. Gaffrick has to. No, it's not even. He doesn't get a turn. He's afraid. But at the end of his turn, he gets to try to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes, which he fails.
He spends his whole turn just struggling inside your golden coils, going. Ah!
Oh, he does take 1d4 damage.
And he takes it. Oh yeah. Can he make saves while he's afraid? I think he can.
If
He
he's
doesn't make it.
if it's a dex
Roll me
save,
a
he's
D4.
if it's a dex save, he's constricted anyway.
Yeah. As a Constitution save, he still failed. So roll me a D4 damage. 4. There it is. Maximum. He is. Oh God. And now it's your turn.
Yay! I was worried that my character would be underpowered.
He's just sitting there like, I had a dream like this. It was a sexy dream.
That's okay. I'm using it to my advantage.
You still have him coiled. What do you do?
I'm continuing. Like, I'm keeping the coil on him.
Like you can do the 2d6 as an action.
Whoops.
Or you can attempt to attack him with a weapon that you have with you, or you can cast
I can do.
spells?
Yep, I can do anything.
You
Yep.
actually can, yeah.
Yep, as long as we're not like pinned, because that's taking like both of my hands as well and like making sure he can't move, kind of thing. But that also pins me, so no.
Yeah, pinning him would also pin you.
Basically.
If you have the grappler feat.
Yeah, which I do not.
Such a bad feat, my
Hello?
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kara's like, unhook your jaws and prepare to swallow them whole.
I mean, no, that's not a thing I can do, unfortunately, cause the skills won't let me yet.
I had a dream.
I'm going to do I want to say punishing strike.
Punishing strike. As part of the action used to cast this spell, you must make an unarmed strike or a melee weapon attack against a creature within the spell's range. Otherwise, it fails. If you hit this person, the target suffers the attack's normal effects. In addition, a black web of necrotic energy radiates across its skin where it was struck until the start of your next turn. If the target willingly takes a reaction before then, it will then take 1d8 necrotic damage, and the spell ends.
So this is on a weapon hit. So
Yes.
my
you
weapon
make a
hit.
weapon attack, and it adds punishing strike to it.
Yes. With my scimitar. 17 to hit.
A 17. Tie goes to the defender. He's got a 17 AC.
All right.
However, you have advantage, but you also
But also roll a 17.
on your advantage.
Yeah.
And you can't get double or triple advantage, even though you have him
Even though it seems.
coiled up and screaming. You attempt to like jab at him with your sword, but he is making a scene, and it's almost upsetting. What he's doing. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. He doesn't get a turn.
1d4.
He's got to make a Constitution. Does a 15 beat your spell save DC for the spores?
Yes. Wait. Yes.
The 15 beats it?
Yes.
All right, so he doesn't take the 1d4 necrotic. Wisdom save for fear. Fuck.
Nope.
Yeah. So he doesn't breathe in any of the spores. Ah! Fuck! He's still stuck there. It's your turn again. Christ on a bike.
So.
Jesus wept. You are just like you've checkmated this guy. Ugh.
All right. I'm gonna hit him with a Reaver's Touch at cantrip level.
Yeah. Oh God. It's an action, the touch of your hand drains the target's life energy, allowing you to sacrifice animals or sometimes other creatures to make their vitality your own. You make a melee spell attack against the creature. You have advantage on the attack if the target is a beast. On a hit, they take 1d6 necrotic, and you gain temp HP equal to half the damage dealt rounded up.
Just at regular, I didn't boost it.
Okay.
So I rolled to hit, which is just one.
It's a ranged touch attack.
No, it's just.
You have advantage as he is afraid, as he's currently under the fear effect. He has disadvantage, basically, on, like, everybody has an advantage on attacking him.
Yeah.
Melee spell attack.
How do I just roll that? Just
click the spell, actually, I think.
No.
No?
No, I can't click the spell. Is D20 plus modifier? Should be?
Plus proficiency bonus.
Plus modifier, okay. So,
Yeah.
roll
Frightened creature has a disadvantage on ability
1d
checks and attack rolls.
20
Well, the source of its
plus-
fear is within line of sight.
that's my touch attack. Oh, with advantage, you said.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It doesn't take. As you, like, reach out with your spell to drain the life energy from this guy, he thrashes around and makes such a scene. It's sort of like, you've never in your life had to try to fight someone who is behaving so pitifully. and it's just like, you almost reach that, but like, I kind of don't wanna. Like, it's like you imagine in your mind all the times that you've drained the life essence from like animals or unwilling or unworthy people, and it's just you try to do it, and this guy's just like, ah, please, and you're just like, like,
Oh, apparently I forgot to add a modifier.
oh, what modifier did you need to add?
Phoenix says I forgot to add the modifier for my spell casting ability, which I didn't, but am I supposed to roll with the proficiency as well?
What's the proficiency? Just add that to your rolls.
Okay, well then add 3 to both of those.
So it'd be 13 and 12.
Yeah, 12 and 13 to hit.
12 and 13?
To hit, yeah.
Okay,
Instead of
so
9
you
and 10.
say 13 hits.
Oh, dope. All right. Well then, that 1d6.
1d6.
Slash roll 1d6. Sweet. He takes 6
All right,
damage.
you take 4 necrotic damage. You get 2 temp HP.
Yeah.
As you just like gazing down at him,
Okay.
drain this energy out of him. It is his turn. He's still afraid. Does Constitution 12
No.
resist the sport?
It does not.
No.
All right.
Okay.
He takes 1d4 necrotic. Roll it.
That's another 2.
You're gonna nickel and dime this guy. Does a 16? Does that shake off the fear?
Against my
Does
spell
that
save DC?
succeed against the spell save DC?
Yes.
It does. Okay. He regains his faculties. He is still grappled. It is your turn.
Yeah. He regains his faculties as an action. It's my turn.
Yeah. And now it's your turn.
All right. Ba-ba-ba.
You just like reassert fear, like no.
No, I think I can only do that once a round or once a day. I don't know. Let me see.
Yeah, because it uses your thing.
Oh, it only uses my Oh,
It
okay.
uses
Well.
your channel divinity. So
Well.
however many times you have to Are you gonna do it again?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
You bastard. All right. All right. So you activate this aura of how many channel divinities a day do you have? For Christ's sake. Well, does a 21 make it?
Yes.
He succeeds as you like just give out that same horrifying aura. He's like, no.
No, not again. All right, that's fair.
All right. It is his turn. He's still gonna make a Constitution. Okay.
Yep.
Does the 20 succeed?
Yes, it succeeds.
Okay. So he doesn't take the thing. All right. He's got to get out now.
He finally gets a chance.
Ah! Ah! All right. So athletics.
Oh, athletics against athletics.
17. You got it with
Oh!
Oh, he gets free. Oh my god.
But that's his action.
But that's his whole thing.
He
That's
can
it.
still move.
He can move. He can move.
And you've used your reaction already to activate the thing, so you don't get an attack of opportunity. He manages to wriggle free from you, and it's
Wait.
just like, get,
Wait a minute.
like scurries away from you, to get outside of the aura, and now it's your turn. What do you do with your turn?
I'm rereading Halo of Spores.
If he starts his turn there, or if he enters that
Oh,
area,
then I can choose to I can
then
choose
you
to
use
use
your
my
reaction to do the damage.
That's fair. Yeah, I would have because I wouldn't have known that he would have gotten out. That's fine.
Yeah, he looks like shit as he is like hobbling away from you, coughing some putrid ichor out of his mouth from the spores. Ah!
So I try and move this fucking square. There
There we go.
Oh,
Nope.
it's a little cocked.
Cocked. There.
Oh god.
Uh,
All right.
That's where it was. And I just fucking hit him with my
Are you just gonna strike him?
scimitar.
Scimitar
But
on 11 does not
Bup, bup,
hit.
bup, bup.
Bup, bup, bup. Channel divinity. Fuck.
I get plus 10.
Jesus. Attack roll, you can channel divinity. You get a plus 10 on bonus to your roll.
Since he's having none of that.
After you see the roll, but before the DM says whether or not the attack hits or misses.
Oh.
Whatever. Because I was like, nah, when I saw
The second,
I saw
yeah.
the 10. But yeah, you know what? Why not? Sure, plus 10. 21 hits him. Roll damage. I was real quick draw McGraw on that.
That's fair. Where is it?
Because I mean, your best roll was literally like a 5 on the fucking D20. So it stands to reason you would have been like, I'm gonna use Divine Smite. Gonna get in there and smite.
4 slashing damage plus 2d8.
2D. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. Yeah, and you get what? Guided strike. Yeah, at second level, when you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can expend 1 spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target. In addition to the weapon's damage, you deal an extra 2d8 for a first level spell slot, plus 1d8 for any additional spell slot above that, up to 5d8. Oh, this is where they got those mechanics from for the Pyromancer thing. Cool. It is a Divine Smite. That's another 5 damage. You reel up with your sword. And let me ask you, how do you want to do this?
I put as my sword comes down across his chest, the crackling with energy. All of the spores from around me look like they go directly into the blade and through his body.
Oh God.
Which means they would disappear as well.
Woof! You come down with this like hard, punishing strike against him, bringing in all of this additional divine energy as it like slams into him with all of these spores, doing this like extra blast, and he collapses to the ground, unconscious, and the crowd goes wild.
I move to go and like finish him, but then remember where I am and don't.
Yep.
Keeper
Ladies
Keeper
and gentlemen, what an amazing matchup!
Keeper claps and cheers for Vrail.
And then I sheath my sword and move back.
Luke also claps, but she also croaks nervously.
The turtle, who's a part of his team, slowly hobbles over to where he is, casts a little healing spell, and that guy regains some consciousness, back up to a little bit of HP, and skulks back over to his party, looking pretty worse for wear.
And the arena folks go and patch us up the rest of the way? Or was it just to make sure that the people are conscious?
If you, well, we'll see. Does anybody else step up to duel?
Zax is looking around to see if anybody is like staring at him or like from the other team, if anybody's staring at him or possibly considering a duel with him.
Here, let me do a little.
And his
little
mech.
thing here.
And his mech.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, exactly. They don't know.
No, all eyes are currently on Envrail Alo, as the giant golden serpent just shamed a man in front of,
Just like
in front of God and everyone.
grabbed him and beat the shit out of him.
That's the thing. If he was able to maintain that distance, like he was doing hard damage with that bow, but you locked him up real good for that fight. So that
Oh
was-
yeah, no. If he got another hit like that on me before I was able to get any temporary hit points, I would have been dead. Like one more.
All right. And then, as everybody is kind of looking nervously sideways towards N, hold on, where we go? Boop boop. The announcer then blasts into his microphone once again.
An amazing display from everybody that's come out today for our games. And before we get to our final event, ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a special thing coming up here for all of you. That's right.
I take
Ladies and gentlemen, our second last event, we have the Mounted Contest.
I take the arrow out of my gut and toss it back to that other group.
He gives you like a curt nod. Obviously still real nervous about you.
Yeah, I just want to maintain the bed.
Please make their way to the side of the arena. Everyone else make your way to the center so that they may be able to ride around the sides of the arena. Moving over to the edge of the arena, you see it's Abigail and a huge boar, as well as the ghost lady and the skeletal horse that's there, and then the rest of you guys, yeah, just as long as you're within the things or some such. We're gonna do this narratively, and it's gonna be through some skill checks. As he does this, the announcer pulls a lever, and in the sort of area surrounding the edge of the inside of the arena, a few things pop up, like some fences come up out of the ground, which are about chest-high fences. Some of them light on fire. The crowd goes nuts.
And the crowd goes nuts.
Being able to command your mount through combat in the strangest and most strenuous of terms is important. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you will be riding out there against these people. Up first, of course, we've got Abigail and her boar.
She waves to the crowd and climbs up on top of what appears to be an impossibly huge pig.
Up next, we have Tulioth and their mounts.
The ghost waves to the audience and climbs aboard their horse.
And last but certainly not least, we have Zax Triar and their mecha mount, as sponsored by Pars Parts. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If ever you are in need of any particular mechanical or fine metal work done, head on down to Pars Parts, just north of the blacksmiths, just down on Street 17.
As I'm announced, I raise my shield high into the air with the slogan, the symbol of Pars Parts emblazoned on it, and I wave my hand across myself, and using prestidigitation, a gust of wind picks up and flings dust and dirt away from both me and my mount.
Oh, nice. Awesome. So you now find yourself on your mount. You climb in, and it gives
Very
you
nasty.
like an approving as you hop in. Everybody else gets ready at the starting line.
On your marks, get set.
Before it says go, I cast Expeditious Retreat on my mount.
Oh shit, son.
All right. Link that for me in the chat. Expeditious Retreat, it allows you to move at an incredible pace when you cast this spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can take the dash action. So you can move again with the bonus. So you can technically take 3 movements per turn instead of 2.
Yep.
That is fantastic. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Okay, very cool. All right. And he yells, "Go!" And the 3 of your mounts absolutely blast off into the arena. As you guys, the pounding of hooves and the clanking of the metal legs whirring and moving at extraordinary speed, you rocket into the race together with these other 2. But it's not all about speed. Speed absolutely helps, but you still got to get over those barriers. Or so we will see. As you guys approach the first barrier, let's see, because it's not animal handling for you, the skill that you would normally use to command a mechanical homunculi, which this technically is, allows you to use your Arcanum skill in this particular case.
All right then.
Roll me Arcanum. Okay, let's see. Do I still have that open? I do not. Let's go over here. There we go. We'll put that there and we'll wait.
Don't need animal handling if it ain't an animal.
There we go. Come on. There we go. All right. Okay, so 15. Roll it again because you have advantage. You're moving so damn fast.
Okay. Ho ho!
27. You blast off and vault over the first barrier that's in the way. Swiftly behind you, though, you are quickly followed by the... Okay, so the horse is trailing behind you guys, but still keeping pace. The boar, however, is close behind, and instead of jumping over the barrier, it just plows through it, throwing splinters of wood and pieces of construction all over the place as it goes along. Abigail, with a great big smile, is riding on top of this huge boar going, "Yee-haw!" Chasing after you guys. You are currently in the lead, and you have yourself a good space between you and Abigail and Ghost. Roll me another Arcanum check.
All right.
We may have a rocket-propelled boar.
All right, so 17. Let's see if they gain on you.
Oh!
1. All right, so Abigail still maintains her speed, her pacing behind you. She's a good ways back, but the ghost horse that this person is riding, like this undead construct, seems to be gaining in speed, moving with an unnatural, unliving pace as it's catching up to you. You are still in first, but this thing is gaining on you as you're going. The next barrier that you need to jump over is on fire. Roll me an Arcanum with advantage.
All right.
You are moving at tremendous speed.
Nice.
Arcanum.
19. Awesome. The robot deftly leaps over top of the flaming thing, and the fire doesn't seem to affect it as you whoosh through with high speed, land and continue skittering forward. The ghost jumps and makes it, but is a little bit singed coming through the other side. As you see, like there's like a bit of smoke trailing from its hooves as it continues to run along. Abigail blasts through the barrier, the board taking a little bit of fire to the face, but it continues to stampede forward with its tremendous power. Abigail's just like, oh, Jay Willikers, as she's hanging on at the top of it.
Well, that one was on fire.
I haven't seen a fire that big since I spilled all that moonshine. Shit. How dare you, Abigail? You turned daddy into a 5-syllable word. Right. They are chasing after you. You are still in the lead, though. Making it around. Roll me another Arcanum with advantage.
Yes.
3. Ooh. The Abigail manages to catch up to the ghost, but both of them are falling behind a little bit, having taken a little bit of damage from the barrier. The both of them a little bit, so they're trailing behind a little bit. But you're coming up to the next barrier, which is still also just a normal barrier. Roll me an Arcanum to see if you make it. Leaping over the barrier.
Gotta do this.
Oh!
17. You managed to get over this. There's no fire on it, so the DC is lower. You managed to get through. Abigail and this skeleton are neck and neck, and they continue to
And
be
stay
neck and neck.
there.
Or the horse jumps, and Abigail just fucking bulldozes through it and continues to run around the corner. The announcer just, well, that's a way to do it. Holy shit! As you guys are coming around, there's another flaming barrier now in the south end of the arena. As you round the corner, roll me an Arcana.
Is this the last barrier before the finish line?
It is the last barrier before the finish line.
Then as I get up to it, I'm going to bring up my right hand and snap my fingers and cast Thunder Wave as we get close enough to it that it'll hit.
Oh! Roll me damage.
Roll you a thunder wave. Just
Yeah, you know what? Why not? So you, as you're riding up to this thing, let off a thunder wave. Here we go. That's better.
Yeah.
And it slams into it. The gate is still there, but the fire gets poofed out. With the damage of the thunder wave, like it rocks the flaming wood, but it is still standing.
Part
Part
of-
Arcanum to get over it.
part of Thunderwave is that it throws objects.
It does. But this is a structure. You make
Okay.
it over anyway, moving at incredible speed. All right. You hop over, and you have like a clean, like a solid lead coming around. Let's see if they make it, though.
The boom also travels 300 feet.
Yeah, it can be heard 300 feet away.
Oh yeah, the crowd lets out a cheer as you come around. As you like leap over it, you see behind you the horse leaps clear and the boar plows through it once again. And you guys are making your way to the finish line. In that moment, though, looking over your shoulder, you see the Ghost Rider literally like snap the reins on the horse, and it bursts into pale blue fire and rockets forward at high speed. and Abigail riding her boar, then like gives it a kick in the ribs and goes, "Giddy up!" And it like lets out a and like fucking roars forward. You are now at equal pacing with them as they rocket towards the finish line with you. You do have a lead though. Roll me a single Arcana check, and they will each get a single animal handling in response.
Is it still at an advantage?
It is not an advantage anymore. No, they are speeding up.
Yes!
Yeah!
Right! You cross the finish line with a rocket of speed. The audience lets out an insane cheer as you come by. Abigail and the Ghost Rider come across the finish line at like pretty much a photo finish. It's like no one can tell who came in second place.
It's all the fire.
and
You can't fucking tell.
They're just the audience is going absolutely nuts. And everybody's cheering. And Tusks comes back on the microphone.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen, it's the blue team again!
I'm shooting sparks in the air and making it like just a big spectacle.
Oh yeah, it's a huge. You got all kinds of like. There's all kinds of wacky shit coming out of your hands, and everybody, like the crowd goes absolutely ballistic, and you can hear the audience chanting "Blue team, blue team, blue team" over and over again. And in that moment, as you guys finish, as the chanting continues, you hear Tusks go,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have ourselves our team that's gonna make it to the final challenge! Will the blue team make their way to the center of the arena?
and all the other contestants are waving and smiling, and each of them make their way off of the field.
Keeper kind of keeps his antenna and his head down and kind of shuffles
Aw.
towards the center.
Floop.
Kind of.
Fluke just nervously waddles in the middle of the round, and her croaking becomes more like a tiny screech of fear.
Vrail
Little
leans
frog.
down to Floop and asks, do you have any cantrip healing?
As you ask that, there is a rush of energy that comes almost from all directions in the arena. A lot of people that are in the audience are like immediately taken aback. There's a bunch of gasps across the whole thing. And in that moment, there's just this whoosh up from the ground from everywhere, in the stands, in the actual arena pit itself, from everywhere that you can see, of this pale blue energy. And everybody is returned to full HP
Hooray!
and has all uses of their abilities back.
Ooh.
Does that include key points?
Everything.
Nice.
You are restored to full rested state.
Ooh.
You know, that's the equivalent of a game giving you a shitload of things to heal yourself and ammo before a very empty room. You know shit's gonna get real.
Yeah. When you walk into that little antechamber and just suddenly find a bunch of ammunition and health items, and you're like, ah, fuck.
Where's the... Oh, chest high wall. Yep.
It's
Well, shit.
hey, look, it's the save point.
Yeah, there's the save crystal before the room.
Fuck.
Alright.
Boss fountain.
A series of cutscenes will play before...
A series of cutscenes will play before we get... Yeah. In that moment, you see on the southern side of the arena itself, there is in the... Where is it? Where do I got it? Where have I put my thing? Where did I put the thing? Where is it? Sure, we'll use this. There's an explosion of fire from the king's viewing box as he comes into view, staring down through at everybody who is currently gathered in the arena. When he speaks, it is again, that sort of all-present thing that echoes out through the arena. Everybody who is present, you guys are at a distance, but you know that feeling of like when you're standing next to a speaker at a concert?
Yeah.
Just like the vibrations that goes through your fucking bones.
Yep.
There is a feeling like that you're getting from him, that there's like an emanating presence that comes from him being there. Standing to his immediate left, you see the aide to the king, Benjamin Hyde, the sharply dressed skeleton, who walks up the stairs and then takes his place standing next to the king. He, with flaming, piercing eyes, gazes down at the rest of the established people here in the center of the arena.
You who have gathered here are my chosen, my children. Should you choose to take this, our final test?
He awaits your response.
Floop would instinctively try to reach for her bucket.
We accept.
Keeper kind of doesn't say anything and considers if he should or not. He's heavily doubting himself.
Zax climbs up onto his mount and gives like a big, huge, stretched thumbs up in the air.
Yeah!
You have shown yourself to be clever, cunning, swift, and powerful. All of these are attributes held by the greatest of our kingdom. All of these are lessons still learned by us. And so you will stand against our final challenge.
He raises a hand, and erupting out of the ground on all sides of you, you see skeletons of every size. Skeletons that appear to be of human make, skeletons that one of them's a minotaur, one of them appears to be a massive ogre skeleton with a club, and a bunch of other like smaller human-sized, human sort of ick skeletons make their way into the ring in a sort of a massive ring around where you guys are standing.
Well, shit.
In this, after all of them crawl and get up out of the ground, you can actually see that the floor of the arena itself appears to be made of bone dust. And all of these skeletons are constituting out of the dust that sort of makes up the arena itself. These skeletons are itself the arena. And each of them get up. They have like rusted sort of shitty items with them that they clang and clack together in a sense that is very sort of threatening.
Are their eyes? Do they have a glow in their eyes?
They do. Each of these skeletons carries in their eyes the same blue fire that burns in the king.
Begin.
Looks like the A-team is
That's
really
where we'll
boned.
wrap game today.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. We are at a 3-hour mark.
Damn it!
I have not prepared an army of skeletons yet. I absolutely could just drag and drop them from the thing, but I don't want to because I think this is going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah,
It
well,
also gives me more time to prepare everything else that I've got currently set up for you after the fight.
when's
That's
the
it.
next time?
Everybody, sound off in the chat. Sound off in the chat, everybody. Get in there. Make some noise.
Oh, I just had like a whole thing that I wanted to do.
Drop it. Says Heister 742. Drop it. Yeah. Twist it.
Bop it.
Bop it.
Pull it.
Pull it. Pull it again. Ooh.
But thanks everybody for coming out.
Yeah, thank you everyone so much for coming out to our arena game. Our next game is going to be a great big grand melee that we're gonna get everybody in here with a whole fucking pile of skeletons. It's gonna be a real good time. And so we'll see what's up. And until then, though, my brave citizens, I have been your kind of benevolent DM this evening, Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius, Dr. Tarawat. We are joined, of course, by our fantastic players here. We've got Spooty Poots playing Envrail Olo, our snake person.
Hi.
We've got KC, the killing chick, playing our Grung Druid Floop.
Hello.
We've got Warden playing our... I'm missing the word for it. It's a monk.
Thrycreen.
Thrycreen Monk Keeper.
Right.
And last but certainly not least, we got Zax Triar, our goblin artificer, being played by Shaskar.
It's all about the presentation!
We will see you all again next time on our live stream. End of line.
Love you, good night.